ever gotten
this is. So all we got to do from now on is just make sure that Bryce is not at home doing it.
I have to be at Seth's from now on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, you guys good?
To go?
Yeah, I'm good. You guys good?
Yep.
Do your
All right.
shit.
Let's play some D&D.
Yeah.
Was I the only one that wasn't present for the last session?
I believe so.
so.
Yeah. Don't worry, Daddy will fill you in.
Thanks. Sorry. I know, Seth. You sent me a link to a rundown of it, but I've been working on I got hired for a project recently, and I've spent the last 4 days. I put 23 hours of editing into a 2-minute video.
Oh, crazy!
Ooh.
So,
I sent you the whole session.
oh, okay.
It was just like a screen capture of the whole game. So, but yeah.
Fill him in, Daddy.
Okay, so where did Alan leave you off?
Essentially, just that we got Olivia down the ladder, and we got to the main floor, and we were just about to go outside to try to make it to the well.
Fill him up, Daddy.
So, the party led Olivia and the Rat Kings and the rescued rat men from the tower, and when they exited the tower, there was a fight between the executioner and the party. And then when they left the tower, that's when a small group of paladins descended on the party, along with what they called the Iron Defender, which was their security system for the square. The honor guard, along with Malvir and his honor guard, were mysteriously missing during the defense. Which was confusing to the paladins. They didn't know where Malvir and the honor guard went. It was a long and hard fight with the Iron Defender, and the party decided to just flee because it didn't seem like it was going to go down.
The Iron Defender just another paladin, but just super.
No, this was
huge.
This was a construct, an iron construct. He was he was 10 feet tall. 12 feet tall, with a 6-foot long sword, almost like a giant robot almost.
Okay.
But yeah.
And a fireball did no damage to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he was resistant to everything.
He was a tough man. He was a tough boy.
Did we kill him? No, he's still up there. We just ran away.
We ran.
Yeah.
We got him bloodied, but then we ran down the hole because we decided to be too much.
Did we actually get him bloodied, Seth?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Congratulations! You only had one damage dealer, really, or sorry, one tank.
That's right.
What a tank I was.
Reyna and Azel showed up to bring up their end of the bargain. They said they'd get you guys out of there safely. And Azel ended up sacrificing himself to buy time for the party and the prisoners to escape, and he was slain by the Iron Defender. And the party, you guys all got down into the well and escaped while the Iron Defender stood over top, stomped the living hell out of the well, sending it all crumbling down and filling it in as the party ended up back in the catacombs. Or in the caverns underneath. And that's basically how the session ended.
So we escaped with all of the Rat Kings we rescued?
Yes. Yeah. So basically where we left it off is basically Reyna, with the distractions going on in the North Gate with the mutant folk that were lighting off the fireworks and sieging the gate, and the paladins searching for the prisoners that were busted out. Reyna was able to lead you guys back to Little Gardens for you guys to get a long rest. So that's where we're going to start this session. Okay. Any questions? Anyone need any?
Oh, so we got a long rest?
Yeah, you're gonna have a long rest.
Oh,
Sick.
I was out of spells.
Yeah, I
I
was
used
in
them
rush
all
there.
for that fight. Oh, I guess it was two fights.
Where do you find the long rest button on the? It's in your journal core.
Oh, you guys got a button? That's lucky.
No, is
I'm
it?
not sure. Actually, I haven't played as a character enough to really know the character sheets that well.
I don't
Okay.
think there is
Seth,
one on Roll20.
No, right? Okay.
I always just put stuff in manually.
Yeah, basically, Taylor, you go back up to full health points. If you expended any spell slots, anything like that, you get them all back. You basically
Okay.
refreshed.
Seth, can you put us back in the tunnel?
Yeah, you want to see back in the tunnel?
Yeah, that's where we are, right?
No, you're going to start in Root Town.
Oh, I apologize.
At the orphanage, right?
I was anticipating fighting that like blue swirly guy if there was one.
I think it took a couple weeks for the last one to actually happen.
Okay.
But who knows how long this one's been going, I guess.
Okay, so you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome back to Lone. No longer are you mortals trapped on the material plane of Earth. You are now free people, free folk, well on your way to becoming legendary heroes in the realm of Lone. Taylor, Andy, Alan, Neil, Shane, Bryce. You are now Barris, Naziros, Gliza, Gyoza, Claudius, and Ginky. So many G's.
G-Unit? So many G's.
That's a pretty good name for the group, actually, G-Unit. After a long and hard-fought battle in Paladin Square, you managed to narrowly escape with your lives into the caverns below the church's military encampment. Led by daring Rat King leader Raina Vale, you managed to slink your way through the sewers and catacombs back to Little Gardens Orphanage. That's not to say that the journey back was uneventful, though. Naziros, your keen memory of the catacombs on your way back, you notice some strange going-ons in the rock walls. New tunnels. In fact, you're pretty sure they weren't there even on your journey in earlier that day. The new tunnels, roughly 10 feet in diameter, crossed the well-worn paths in the natural caverns. Raina led you and her newly rescued friends back to the orphanage, where you all got some much-needed rest in one of the bunk rooms upstairs. So.
Hot. Sexy.
Okay, welcome back.
Now what?
Good to be back, Dungeon Daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. So last night you guys got back to Little Gardens Orphanage. Along the way you noticed Raina, she did her job well, but you got the sense that perhaps losing Azel has been weighing heavy on her. Over the course of the night, Gliza, when you were doing your meditations, a vision came to you, actually. Flamekeeper Gaius self-immolates. The flames reach into the heavens until his body is ash. The wind blows the ash away, and only his cloak remains unsinged.
Okay.
Okay, so now you guys are starting to wake up in one of the bunk rooms in Little Gardens.
What a day yesterday.
Fuck, I hate paladins.
Yeah.
What's on the menu for today? No offense, Naziros. You're not like them, though.
Yeah, you're
In a different life, I was.
Hmm.
You know, they're only misled people just like us.
Guys, I'm gonna shed a tear here. So what the hell are we doing?
Always straight to business, eh?
Yeah, we're all done. We finished the stuff for the Rat Kings, right?
So everybody, on our way back from the square last night, I noticed a tunnel that wasn't there when we were working our way into the square. So what do you think that means, considering that most of the the underground people that we've encountered, they were creating a distraction for us, right?
It's possible.
So why is there a new tunnel in the catacombs all of a sudden?
I don't know, the Zeros.
Maybe our friends dug that out, or
Did you notice
Maybe-
anything suspicious about it?
yeah.
Maybe your sister's back in town, the Zeros.
God damn it, Gyoza. It's friggin' 8 o'clock in the morning and you're already
Can
giving
he
us shit.
Can he give us a moment of peace? Just one moment of peace.
Cast
Hey.
sleep on them.
I
At
just
least
want to
he's
get
not
out and walk
bored
around.
right now.
Can't sleep on it.
It's at this moment that there's a knock at your bunk room.
Alright, I'm gonna go over and open the door.
Housekeeping.
At the door is Tick. He's kind of hunched over and rubbing his hands together. He's like, without you guys, I probably would have been dead as a doornail. So I do want to give you my deepest gratitudes and thankses and all of that kind of stuff. But before I do that, I know somebody else wants to thank you too. Our mutual friend, our fearless leader, Raina Vale. She wanted to talk to you before you headed out for the day.
I'm gonna smack Tick on the ass because we're both the same height.
He jumps up.
Tick, my boy, don't worry about it. Well, we did that from the, we love you. We love you, Dick. Get out of here, you scamp.
He jumps up and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay. I'll see you boys later." Yeah. So if you want, you guys can head to the office in the middle of the upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit perturbed by this dream and like the possible meaning. I'm gonna follow behind, but I'm gonna be with the group. I'm just kind of walking backwards.
Sounds good.
Yeah. in the
Okay, I'm
back.
gonna bust open the door and say, like Raina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Raina's in this. Raina, my dear! I'm gonna go over and smack her on the ass because that's how tall I am and say, how are things?
Raina says, "I warned you once before, Halfling. You do that again and you'll lose your fingers."
Okay. Hey. This is how tall I am. This is how I greet people.
She says,
Write
"If
that
you guys
down.
come in, we have some business to settle."
Yes.
Settle away, baby.
She says, "I want to thank you from the depths of my heart for so bravely and valiantly getting my people back out alive and safely.
Hey, no biggie, babe.
I did make you a promise that if you did this for me, our skills and abilities would be at your beck and call when you need them, and I just want to reaffirm that for you. So when you need us, we'll be there."
Excellent.
Good.
Have you? Sorry, go on, Naziros.
I think we're gonna need everybody to band together soon enough.
I need you, baby.
She also looks down at her hand, and after a moment of thought, she grabs the ring and starts to twist it off her finger, and she says,
I hold up my hand.
she looks at you, Claudius, and she says, "I think this would be better suited for Barris."
No, okay.
And she puts it in your palm. It's a thick band gold ring, inlaid in it in emerald stone, inlaid into the ring. It looks almost like a hummingbird, inlaid, so it's flat against the shiny surface of the ring.
Get on my god.
She says, it's really the least I can do to pay you back. I do have some news before you go. Where are you planning to go?
I don't know if we've figured it out. Can I ask you about this ring first, though? This is a lovely ring. Well, what's the story here?
I thought we were going to the mountain.
She's asking for marriage, Barris.
No such thing. My apologies for the confusion. But this ring has served me well. It's a ring of evasion.
A ring of evasion. Okay, I will look into that. Thank you. I'm honored. As a recruit of the Rat Kings, I'm honored, and I will continue to do my part.
That's how you've evaded my advances all this time.
I'm gonna paste the info into the thing here.
Thank you.
She says, so where are you guys planning to go right now?
To Prim.
Oh, that's sweet.
Are we going to Prim?
I think Prim and then Thrall. I think that was or it's that, or we go and see our good friend Elwyn.
Yeah, down southeast, right?
At the orcs village. But I don't want to go see her right now. I think
I wouldn't say friend either.
We have Olivia with us right now, right?
She's not with you right now, but yeah, she's in the orphanage.
Okay.
I'm
curious to know. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Sorry. Finish your thought.
No, I was going to say I'm curious to see what her thoughts are on this and where she needs to go in order to get this vaccine finalized, if at all possible.
I would
Raina
say.
Says, sorry, go on.
We can take her to Prim to Edevird. They can work together.
Okay, Edevird.
So Raina says, earlier this morning, I got through the reports from my scouts in the city, and there's some interesting news from outside of Root Town. Speaking of news concerning Root Town, when you were in the tower, did you find anything that might be, give us an edge against our fight against the enemies? No offense, Naziros.
Guys, didn't you guys find some maps, Barris?
Yeah. Shit. Who went with? Was it just
they're
me?
going to bomb. It was plans to bomb something. I have it written down.
There was a map with X's on it.
I just gotta find it.
Okay. Sorry.
That's concerning. The firebombing that they've been doing on the at the north wall has devastated the district. Those buildings are in absolute shambles.
They're gonna bomb Little Garden. They're gonna bomb here. Their next move is to place explosives here and blow up Little Garden.
That's terrible news.
Is there a way that you could evacuate everyone underground so as it's not obvious at street level?
We have our ways underground, but not from inside of the orphanage. We'd have to go out into the streets.
Might be the best bet.
With a lot of kids.
Do you know when this is going to happen?
I don't recall.
I think regardless, it's best to not be here when the paladins arrive.
Are we gonna let all the children die?
Can I do a quick history check?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
My memory of the end of the last game is a little hazy as to what I found upstairs.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, it was just the previous night. So upstairs in the lab, you found spell components, lab equipment. You found Olivia. You have Olivia's journal in your possession, which has a lot of her research and work in it, along with Elwyn's research, and I have the research papers. You have the research papers, and you guys also have what's it called? Samples of the vaccine 2.0.
Right. And this one is glowing blue, correct?
Yeah, this one's got like effervescent bubbles in it, almost like a seltzer or something. And Ginky found.
I missed that part of it. Is this? Do we know that this is this works? This vaccine?
Olivia said it has a higher success rate than the previous one, but it has some kinks still.
Okay.
It seemed promising.
Ginky in the basement found purple vials. Do you remember what's the number of those you got?
I think Ginky and Gliza took some.
You took purple vials as well, Gliza?
I have 11
the basement?
blue fungal heads.
Oh, maybe that's.
I didn't take any vials, but I know.
I took vials as well.
I took 3 of those vials.
Yeah.
3. Okay. So when you showed those off, Niziros recognizes those as being the fire bombs that the sightless monks were showing off to Malvir. So you have 3 bombs in your possession, basically.
Whoa.
Hell yeah!
I'm pretty sure I picked up some too. With I don't remember how many.
You picked the ones upstairs, which were.
Those were the vaccines.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, sorry.
Okay, well, so
I got him.
You got them. All right,
The wrong
Ginky,
person.
you realize don't use those within like 30 feet of anyone, unless they're your enemy.
I'm gonna drink him.
Please do.
So Reyna says, "Well, I feel like
Brandon says you guys.
I feel like now we're at a place where it pains me to say so, but we might have to leave Root Town."
For now.
You guys know the city more often. You guys know the city better than I do. I'm just a tourist here. But do you guys have anywhere to go outside of Root Town? Do we have any allies outside this region?
She says, we have our old warehouses in Old Town, but they're not really a place for children. I don't know if anywhere in the city is safe right now.
It's probably safer than here.
A place that's about to be firebombed is not safer than a warehouse.
Yeah.
Maybe
we will.
Prim would be safe.
Everyone's getting stolen from
It'll take us some planning, but we might be able to make our way up there. I don't know if I could bear to be that far away from the city when the city needs me. But if we can deliver the kids up there.
Are those rats still here? The rat folk?
They're in the orphanage somewhere. Yeah.
We can try to talk to them. Maybe they can bring him to our cop-outs.
Nice. Okay, so Reyna says, that bit of information I'll repay with some more information from my scouts this morning. There's a lot going on in the city. The new governor, it seems, has withdrawn his soldiers from the east and west gates of Root Town, and they're apparently barely manned at the moment. He drew them back to the castle yesterday, and his new royal council, he calls himself Gore, went to visit went to the Looming Hall yesterday to demand Chancellor. Yeah, so Remington has taken his guards off the east and west gates of Root Town and drawn them back to the castle, so the walls are undefended for right now. Additionally, yesterday, Remington sent his new royal council to the Looming Hall to demand the loyalty of the mages. This new council, some strange pale man, calls himself Gore. Well, the hall was closed to him and the Empire soldiers. Apparently, they didn't get the memo that most of the mages have left the city. Anyways, they were greeted by those strange elementals that are guarding the college district now. Apparently, they are indiscriminate in who they attack. Demons, Empire Guard, emissaries from the castle. My scouts saw Gore and his men flee back to Castle Park with their own eyes. So the hall in College District is well protected by these elemental summons that the mages have.
I would hold off on saying that name so often.
Why's that?
Gore. We heard that it possibly summons him.
That's good to know.
That is the same guy, right?
Yeah.
That's the DM Daddy. Yeah.
The guy we saw in the blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
If you take the streets and you do choose to go through one of the gates, be careful. There's still that flying beast. There's still paladins roving the streets. They apparently your attack on the district made them quite angry.
Yeah, we do that wherever we go.
We have a bit of a reputation.
And I must say, I do respect that quality in you.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a relationship. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go to Thrall
Jesus.
or go to deal with these elementals? Or I don't see if they're pushing back Gore and his
Yes.
Gore and his boys. We could just leave them be.
Can I ask if there's ever been any mention of like not Malvir? Oh my god, I forget his fucking name again.
Modro?
Motrin. Has there been any sightings
Of Modro, the man that pushed Lester off of the balcony?
Yes. Any rumors or anything?
We've actually been trying to track him, and he's a mysterious and hard to pin down individual. After he pushed Lester off of the balcony in Old Town, we've seen a lot of Gore and less of Modro, but he has been sighted around the castle.
Have those two been seen together? Modro and the one whose name we shan't say.
I would have to go back to my scouts to verify.
Okay.
Let's just call him Whore.
Voldemort. We'll call him Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Call him Whore. He's a whore.
I can still read.
That's your name, Neil.
Well,
Shut up, you noble swine.
listen. If this orphanage is going to be bombed, I personally think I have a responsibility to help get these little children to safety, and if we can take them with us and get them into town to a safe house, I think that would be ideal. But I can't leave here without at least coming up with a plan to get everyone out of here.
You have my great axe, Barris.
Raina says, I very much appreciate the offer, and you're welcome to join us. Me and my people are probably sufficient to bring them to the warehouses, but if you do want to come with us, that's okay.
Okay. How many do you have now?
So with all the people that you rescued, there are let me count.
As long as they're in good hands, it's good enough for me.
Do you guys need a distraction? Should we try to get rid of this Vrock?
Oh god, the Vrock.
Because I mean, it's the moment that they leave the orphanage, they're in great peril.
Well, but are they going above ground or below ground?
I think they have to, because there's no entrance to the sewers.
Well,
So not inside the orphanage. Is there? Can you get there underground though?
You can't.
Yeah, we can.
The last
can,
time we
yeah.
went through one, remember at the church or clinic, and there was two
Yeah,
of
there
those
was
giant
the
ones
mob.
downstairs, or three. There might have been three monsters down there.
Yeah,
The Maw demons, right there. I feel like the Maw demons are a smaller threat than the Brock, though.
True. The Rock is killing a lot of paladins, which is a plus.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a menace.
Yeah.
She says, with the east and west gates being unguarded,
Mm.
it's not going to be difficult for us to get.
Well, yeah, just
Um,
cross the bridge.
Yeah, we
Town?
could. If we can't cross the bridge, I can send. I have around 13 well-trained rat kings with me, along with some new friends. The rat men that you brought, an odd fit for our crew. We can scout ahead and either try to take the east bridge, or we can, if there's boats available, we can perhaps take the river and go through the sewer grate, which will lead us pretty much right to our warehouses in Old Town on the other side of the river.
I turn to Barris and I say, Barris, you know these people better than ever. Are they able to be self-sufficient and transport themselves, or will they need an escort?
Oh no, these guys are tough. Like, I'm a low rank in here, but these guys
Right.
are beasts.
They know how to move with discretion and
Oh yeah,
stealth. Okay,
and brutality if necessary.
I will trust the tiefling if that means us getting more answers regarding this vaccine, which is my MO at this point.
Hmm.
I care for Root Town as much as I'm not as affiliated with this place as much as you guys, but I've come to love it, and I think a great evil can be undone if we move quickly.
Well, Reyna, I think it's best if you all go to the warehouses, and we'll know where you are. We can, if we find our way into the city that direction, we can check in and reconvene in a day or two. Does that sound good to everyone else?
Yeah. She
Yeah,
says,
sounds good.
I will pay my respects to Little Gardens, where I know a lot of us grew up, hoping that when we come back it still stands.
And if it's not, we will rebuild. Cheers.
Cheers.
All
To Little
hands on
Gardens.
deck.
I gotta grab a beer.
Yeah. It's a little early in the morning for a beer, but can't crack them anyways.
Cure for what ails you.
Hmm. Well,
Take
How was
Olivia
I-
to Olivia.
wait.
Wait, I think
So-
I have to take Olivia to Edevierd. I mean,
I would say so. That's my guess. That's not my guess. That's my feeling.
So to do that, we'd have to head north.
I thought it was
I think-
Edinburgh. I thought he was southeast.
no, that's Elwyn in the half orc.
Oh.
So now that what basically the news that Reyna gave you, that the soldiers have been drawn back to the castle.
Mhm.
This gate here,
Can you ping it again? Sorry.
yeah,
On-
this
on
gate
the-
here
Oh, okay. Okay, on the west. Yeah.
and this gate here are both unguarded. This road would goes north, and here I'll bring you over to the map.
Yes. So that's going to eventually go to Prim, correct?
Yeah, that's right. You can take that east gate out and take it up to basically north.
This is the one we went before, right?
Yeah, so you guys went over this way before, and now you guys can come out this way.
Westgate, man.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake. Westgate, as it was impenetrable before, as it was guarded by the Empire's soldiers.
Mhm.
We don't have access to our horses and our wagon anymore, though, right? 'Cause
That
aren't they-
is all gone.
Yeah, where did we
We
leave
broke
those?
that.
Oh, we left that at like the river
bridge.
crossing, didn't
Yeah.
we? Yeah.
Oh, that was
Oh, my bad.
was that Thrall?
No,
No,
it
that
was
was
south of
uh,
Thrall. It
That was on
like,
our way to Green Spring, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
delivering.
yeah.
Yeah. Candace or Vandus.
Yeah, that was basically on the other side of
Right.
the river. Yeah.
You lost your big bird. What's your big bird? I forget what it's called.
Oh fuck yeah, I forget.
A killing.
What it's called. A killing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is big birdie.
Which is just Swedish for chicken, by the way. No, it's Norwegian for chicken. It's a killing.
Nice, I like it.
What's the species called? The
Axebeak.
axebeak. Ah.
Actually, that's cool.
Oh, we'll get you. We'll get you another one.
I know.
Alright.
I think it's in Green Spring. A killing's in Green Spring.
Hmm.
You guys actually left a killing and the other Axebeaks that you got in Green Spring outside of Verdant Hollow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You charged a killing to
that's
take
right.
care of the other
Right.
Axebeaks outside of Verdant Hollow.
They very well may be back in Green Spring.
Could be.
An Axebeak basically like a chocobo?
Yes, Chocobo. Yeah.
100%.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I'm playing Final Fantasy music right now too.
I
So.
thought so too. Yeah.
Nice.
Is it 7 or 10?
10.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, sounds good. You guys know these lands a little bit, perhaps a little bit better than me, but I'm ready to go and talk to anybody. We need to figure out what this vaccine is capable of.
Well, and we sent someone back to Prim. I'm just off the record trying to search my memory as to what happened there. We sent a dwarf,
A halfling.
a halfling
A
woman,
gnome.
A gnome.
Gnome.
and we sent her back to tell Edvard's
I muted?
something.
Is my
yeah.
voice not coming out?
Yeah, your voice. I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, nobody knows that I sent Dump Ring back.
weird. Yeah.
Nobody knows that except for me.
Yeah, that's right. So Taja was the name of the gnomish
Taja,
woman.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And we sent her back explicitly to say we gave her, was it
So basically, do any of you guys remember what happened there?
I think she got something. She got stabbed, or she was hit
Yes.
with a crystal.
So her
Yeah.
brother exploded all over her.
Right.
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 Right. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
gave her one vaccine and sent her to basically gave her directions to Edivir's
She did.
crypt.
Did I cast suggestion on her as well? Like
You
or, like,
casted Brave on her, I think.
Brave, right? I
Yeah.
don't have that. It must have been somebody else, but yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So you put a vaccine in her hands. You told her where to go and said, if you feel like you're about to get sick, take this vaccine. And if you feel like you can make it, just push ahead and get there, basically.
right? Okay, awesome.
Or blow up.
Because it was not clear whether she was sick or not.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Ace,
Or
Ace
blow up
On the amount of time that it takes people to get infected, though, like she should have had lots of time to get there to find Edivir before.
Hope so.
Yeah, and become a.
That's right.
You
He
know,
wanted a
come
live
on.
subject. That's why we sent her there.
Plus, I mean, at the time, frankly, it was her only chance.
We're terrible people.
It was a good move. I like that.
Oh,
move.
come on.
No. I mean, we told her what it was about. We weren't like,
Yeah.
we're like, hey, you might die, or maybe you
yeah.
won't.
What are your options?
Yeah, we told her you might blow up if you take the vaccine. So only take it if you're fucked up already. So hopefully she made it. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we're heading there. Let's do
Head
it.
to Prim.
We don't walk into like a war zone.
Should we try to fetch some horses or something?
How far of a journey is it? You guys
Oh,
went?
it's
Oh yeah, it was
It's
A couple
day.
days, isn't it?
yeah.
I think it was
I'm not-
one day. I think it was just one day of horse travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 day of horse travel, but on foot though.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we address? Can we talk to Reyna and see if there's anything? We already asked that. There's nothing in Route 10. Never mind.
Can we like catch like a carriage there or something? Is that a thing?
Catch a
No.
carriage.
Yeah, like taxi. Is there a taxi back?
You guys
in-
remember we have wanted posters of ourselves all over the
Oh yeah, that's right.
place.
If you go to the other map, Seth,
Yeah. Which one do you want?
the one that shows the whole city, your
The
drawn
hand-drawn
one.
one? Yeah. Okay.
So I'm sure that there's probably some sort of cattle out in these fields here.
Well, we're exiting here, right?
Yeah.
Or here.
So can we go across? Like, can we bushwhack across here?
Yeah, you could.
Let's
There's
do
like-
that and try to convince a farmer to lend us some horses.
We can intimidate him.
Or make a trade.
We'll pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can pay him. We're rich.
We'll give him a little bard that he can sing for his children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we can rent some horses first before.
Yeah,
There's not gonna be anything in Root Town. I already asked last time, but there might be
Yeah,
something
there's
else.
nothing
here.
here. This place is blown up and demon infested.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, that's it.
Sounds like the Middle East.
Okay.
to the
So
north.
take it away.
Okay, let's tell Reyna to at your quickest convenience try to assemble everybody and start making for the what was it called, like the fort or something, the Rat King Fort
Yeah, they have a
battlement.
Warehouse.
they have warehouses where you
Mhm.
guys
Warehouse.
the
Right,
party
warehouse.
are familiar with them. They've been there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's an
Yeah,
old
by the docks.
town. Right there, it is. I see it.
Okay. Cool.
Did the
Okay,
rats
so
recognize
don't-
me or Gyoza? I mean, I'm blue.
Yeah,
Well,
just give me a second.
already-
Sorry, I'm just writing down.
I don't know if
For
you.
yourself.
Hey, Gyoza, should we go talk to those rats, or should we just kind of stay away from them?
Why do we want to talk to them?
I don't know. I'd find out if Tar
I thought-
knows that we stole shit from him.
Let's not do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a no on that one, buddy. But, they probably think you're their god, so because you're still
Claudius
blue.
is just amassing
Double blue, Claudius.
kind of dumb followings
Yeah,
of.
Yep.
It's like the worst cult ever.
Yeah. Feels real bad that they all went and died for.
That's gonna be hard to keep up too, because like, never be the master of more than one cult. Like, you're gonna have a lot of.
Taylor Eby advice right there.
Just pick a cult and stick with it, guys.
Okay, so
Too
are
many
we going to
names.
Prim or what?
Okay, so you guys are just
Okay,
heading
so
out.
I guess
Yeah, we're gonna grab a bite to eat, and if there is enough food for everybody, and
Street meat.
No, we should probably keep our distance from Paladin Square as we leave. So, like, we're gonna leave. Just to be clear, this is a river.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's Black Creek.
Black Creek.
Mm.
Shall we? If we're exiting here, fellas, do we want to keep close to the creek and go north till we get past a decent way past Paladin Square, just so we don't arouse too much attention?
Well,
This
if we
is-
want to try to borrow some horses from somebody, we should probably head north right around here and try to work our way past this. What is
Okay.
this anyway? Is this like?
There's all outside of the walls. There's a bit of sprawl outside of the walls in like kind of all directions. There's some farmhouses. There's some little kind of shanty villages that just like kind of sprung out outside of the walls. So there's a little bit of kind of mismatch of stuff happening.
Which also might mean that they haven't heard of us or have seen maybe any of the wanted posters.
I mean, let's be totally honest. There's probably a good amount of people in this city that don't really care for the paladins all that much.
Yeah.
Sure.
Our best chance of getting some transportation is to travel along the edge here, the
let's go.
very outskirts, and try to find some horses.
Mhm. I
Okay,
think Zeros is right.
I'm with the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do this.
So you guys go down to get a bite to eat, and before you leave, and you find Olivia in the corner of the room, poring over a book. And when she sees you come in, she says, "You boys off?"
Mhm.
We are.
Do you know where my mother is, Olivia? Annaline?
Oh, I think she's in the kitchens.
Okay, I'm just gonna run and say goodbye to Mama.
I'm gonna follow Barris behind.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna do it. I'll go in first. I'll go in first, Barris. I'll let you have your time.
No. I will go in. Just stay away from my mother. Don't be a fucking
She's
creep.
basically
Stay-
a mother to me. She raised me.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna go in to Annaline
shouldn't have told you.
and give her and give her my house key in case she wants to
Whoa.
take one of the two kids there
Nice.
instead of the warehouse.
She takes it and she says, "Will it be safe there? How much room is there?"
There's not a whole lot of room for everybody, but maybe you and a couple kids. You can talk to
Claudius.
Raina about it.
I appreciate
Kids
this,
in our
Claudius.
fucking house?
Don't touch any of the instruments. You know, Geos.
You're better off just not touching that whole bed. It's just just don't touch the bed.
Says,
Why,
Stay out of my room.
Dumpling was allowed to
It's-
leave? Madame O's?
We got some dumpling filling all over the place.
Oh,
All
God
right, fellas.
almighty. Do not like that.
Fucking Jackson Pollock in here.
All right, thanks for that, Claudius. As I just nudge him out the door.
I'm gonna slip her some tongue. No, I'm gonna slip her some. I'm gonna slip her
Oh
20
my
gold. 20 gold pieces.
20 gold pieces, nice.
How generous.
Yeah, that'll
Wow.
loosen
Yes.
her legs a little bit.
Fucking Claudia's made of money. Guys, refresh me.
She's
Who's
not
in?
a whore you can buy with your useless coins, you blue magician.
Who's in Prim again?
Edivir, well,
Halflings.
Yeah, it's a halfling village. Edivir Black has been known to be there. Yeah,
And he is a
Okay.
wizard.
he was Elwyn's teacher. He was
Okay.
the potion master basically at the academy, and he was kind of blacklisted for some of his more controversial experiments.
Okay. Okay, so I turn to while all this is going on, I'll turn to Olivia and say, Olivia, have you ever been to Prim before?
No, I haven't traveled that far out of the city.
Have you ever heard of Edivir Black?
Of course, he was my teacher. He was when Elwyn and I were lab partners. He was our teacher for years.
What say you accompany us to Prim and going visiting him, and we can work on it this vaccine together.
You know where he is?
We have an idea.
Uh-huh.
When I told you that there's one that might be able to help me achieve this, he was the one I was talking about. Is Edivir Black. He is the finest potion maker that ever lived.
Amazing. Well, let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We get it. We know where he is. Okay, come with us.
Let's
okay.
not tarry.
So I'm gonna
And I'd like
get.
to
I'm
smack her on
gonna,
the ass.
no, you will not. If you do that, I will cut your hand off. You motherfucker.
Boys,
My
let's
mother.
not cut off anyone's hands.
I'm gonna give my
Smack it in
mother.
on its
Pretty
ass.
boy.
I'm gonna give my mother a kiss on the cheek and say, if anything happens when you get to the warehouses, if you don't feel safe, go to Murphy's Cove. There's a fella there named Buff
Cornell.
Buff Cornell, correct. Mention my name. I think you can trust him.
As a side note, look up Buff Cornell on YouTube sometime.
Okay, I will make a note of that.
We were just talking to Olivia, right?
Yeah, you guys are talking to Olivia.
Can I do? I would like to. Can I tell if she's actually interested in making a cure when we talk about it?
Yeah, you can ask her a question and then roll an insight check.
Olivia, are you like very close to a cure, you think?
She says, I believe I'm closer than we were when we were working on it with Elwyn. I made a bit of a breakthrough myself.
You should come with us.
I'm happy to go with you if you can take me to Edward Black. I think between the
Okay,
two
let's
of us,
go.
And you're okay with Edward Black, even though he was disbarred or left?
I have the utmost respect for Edward. This is partly why I felt like we needed to take this research away from Elwyn. Do you not know that she was the one that reported Edward to the school?
No.
I did not. Reported him for what?
For
But, I mean,
his,
he's kind of a crazy motherfucker, so it's...
Oh, I have no love for the man.
she reported him for his genuine experiments on creating what he determined to be a perfect life form. Now, Elwyn and her morality could not see through the progress of science. And what I believe is that she wanted his position on the council. And this is why I spare no love for Elwyn. She took away our master and our teacher and outcasted him.
So you think someone with high morals tried to blackmail someone out of a position she wanted?
Yeah. It's cutthroat inside of the hall. You don't know how it works.
No, I don't.
It's a sore spot, Olivia. I wouldn't go there.
And then I'll put like a little firebolt in my hand, and be like, not that I needed it. And
She
then
says,
put it
I
away.
used to be part of the Magician's
She says-
Alliance.
she says, wearing the badge of the Looming Home does not make the mage. Consider yourself lucky.
I do.
Well,
Okay, Olivia, what say you? Let's get moving.
Let's go.
Do you have all your supplies? You have all your findings, your journal? Who has Olivia's
I
journal?
left my journal in the
oh no,
tower.
we grabbed it.
Who's got it?
I
think
believe I
Ash had-
do.
She says, can I have it back, please?
Absolutely. I didn't read it, I promise. Here you go.
I appreciate you finding this.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was... leaving this behind would have been disastrous.
I also brought vaccines. I have quite a few in my bag.
That's amazing.
How did a
Isn't-
mage get captured? By
Um,
paladins?
They overwhelmed me. I was with the Rat Kings in the apartments when they got us all. Even I'm not strong enough to stand up to 20 paladins.
Fair enough. To Prim we
All
go,
right.
boys.
I'm gonna go
Let's,
peek.
Title of your sex
Okay.
tape.
let's stop at that little town on the outskirts, or the sprawl.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack Olivia on the ass and say, "Let's go."
She just looks at you and says, I don't really like that.
I'm sorry, my dear, but that's the way it is.
I mean, you can give me a let's say a performance check, or how do you want to do it actually?
Okay. What, by smacking her on the ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like a persuasion or a performance? Okay.
I'll do a performance.
She says, "You're a little scamp, aren't you?"
I've got my eye on you.
And I you. Is this for me?
Oh.
Oh hell
Claudius
yeah!
is shaking his head, watching Gyoza's ego go up another notch.
Yeah, ego.
Oh nice! This is a Forefather. This is amazing. I haven't tried this one yet. No, think of.
Gyoza, when are you gonna bust out that octopus for us again?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, he does have a plus 10.
Don't you have it on you? I thought you carried it on you.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's what? I don't no idea what you're talking about. I'll play the lute for you. That'll
Give me the
need
lute.
Shut the fuck up, Claudius.
Give me the loot! Give me the loot!
Play the lute. Play the lute. Play the lute.
Play me the loot! Play me the loot! Okay. So this is fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
You having fun, Dungeon
Oh, no.
Daddy?
I'm
Oh,
always
no.
having fun.
Yeah.
You know what,
Watching.
guys? I've been recording my
What?
face the whole time.
Get out of here! Oh my god!
Yo, I'll watch that.
That's okay. We haven't really gone anywhere.
I hope the sound is on.
Yeah.
Hopefully the sound.
Lots of
It
information.
seems
though.
like
Yeah, it's true.
seems like every session we just go like 100 feet and then it's over.
I'm gonna try to switch it over. Real
Well, then it's up to you guys to push ahead.
Hey, Seth.
Yeah.
Is this guy you were talking about, Buff Corell? Is that just this like shirtless dude that this covers?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks amazing.
that was my inspiration for the half orc, and that is friends with Barris.
Buff Corel.
This guy's just pumping
I
shit
posted
out.
the video in the
Oh
Roll20
yeah.
chat there.
Yeah, I can trust him to take care of my mom, right?
Originally, I thought you said Buff
Yep.
Colonel, Buff Colonel, and if you type that in, it's just like Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, just like all
Oh, that's
strong and.
Well,
I looked up-
I called my guy Buff Cornell because I thought his name was. I must have read it real quick. I thought his name was Cornell.
That's what I looked up. I looked up Buff Cornell, but he still came up as the first search result.
Nice.
Like Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I call him Buff Cornell.
It's wild.
Holy shit! This guy has so many videos.
He does weird
Okay.
songs too.
Are we playing
So leave it
D&D or
Yes,
looking
sorry.
up
Look,
Yes,
man,
we are.
fuck his video?
it was a drink break. Fucking Gyoza.
Yeah,
Look, man, you can go like whore and drink whenever you want. We can watch YouTube.
Okay, so you guys are packed and ready to go. You've given your advice to Reyna and the Rat Kings about where the kids should go. You've warned them adequately, and you guys are pretty much ready to set out whenever you're good to go.
Let's go.
I'm good.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so what's your course of action?
We're going to the West Gate, baby.
Okay.
The one
Yeah.
unguarded.
Okay, so you guys
Wait, before this happens, guys, in case any of the Varrock is if the Varrock is still out there, we gotta fucking plug our ears.
Yeah.
At least have-
right,
At least have something that we can plug our ears with.
right.
also you guys can choose one person to give me I'm going to say a survival check. You guys can elect one person to give me a survival check.
I got 5.
Oh, God.
With advantage if they are familiar with Root Town.
Oh, okay.
I have 4,
Ooh.
and I'm familiar.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I have 6 and I'm familiar.
Oh, okay,
Ooh.
so that's better.
Yeah, Gyoza.
Oh, yeah.
Go Gyoza.
Roll that shit.
Okay. We roll it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boom!
With
Ooh.
advantage. With advantage. Might as well
I
do it
don't-
again.
Let's say fuck it with advantage. Sure.
Okay,
That's what we like.
so Gyoza leads you quite quickly through the alleyways and streets of Root Town towards the West Gate, dodging a couple of things. Making a quick heel turn when you heard a number of mounted paladins rushing through the streets. They seem to be shouting and searching quite alertly, but you guys were managed to heel turn into an alley and avoid detection. Additionally, as you passed the market square behind the bell tower, you guys took cover underneath a fallen carriage and saw in the distance the Vrock picking up skeletons and bones of individuals in the square and flying and bringing the bones back to the bell tower. It didn't take long after that until you reached the west gate. And when you get there, what you see are the two large, enormously large wooden doors that have been closed for so long, are both shattered and pummeled over in a pile of rubble outside of the walls, as if something quite large bashed them down.
Whoa. We do. Do we know what that
Can we
thing,
do a
what that thing was? Perhaps was it maybe the Vrock?
You guys can take a
do an
you guys can-
investigation?
you can investigate. Yeah, you definitely can.
I investigate.
Cool. So Ginky and
We all-
everybody just starts looking around all at once.
Oh, I'm looking up. I'm watching the sky for Brock.
Cool.
J-Rock.
So most of you guys just start looking around. Barris, what you see is the shattered doors go quite far out into the pathway beyond the wall, as if something with great force took them down. You also find a dead guard buried under the rubble. Ginky, as you're investigating, you also find a guard laying concealed under quite a bit of rubble. And with close investigation, he appears to be shallowly breathing.
I try to unbury him from the rubble that he's underneath and kind of lightly smack him on his cheek, say, "Are you okay? Are you alive?"
You smack him around, and his eyes open, and as you smack him around, his body is very stiff, as if he can't move his muscles. But his eyes are awake and are looking at you.
Wait, would this be an enemy guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine, the guy's got his ass kicked. I'm gonna lay on hands to give him 5 points of healing.
Cool. Yeah, he starts to he opens his eyes and he looks at you guys and he's trying to talk and he's like it's as if his muscles are so tight that he can't he has trouble even moving his jaw.
So he's probably paralyzed. What would have paralyzed him?
Do I remember what the V-Rock did when it screamed?
That frightened people.
Oh, it frightened. Okay.
I believe it did, yeah. Or poisoned. Just give me a quick second. It poisoned people, actually.
Poison? Okay. I don't think this was the V-Rock. This is something else.
When I was inspecting the door, just for clarity's sake, the door is like outside the wall of Retown. So clearly, from what I can ascertain, the blast came from inside and pushed outwards.
That's absolutely correct.
So I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead, Claudius.
Is he still buried? This guard?
Which the dead one or Ginky's guard?
Ginky's guard.
Ginky took the time to unbury him. He said.
Yeah, I
Okay.
picked one gribble off of him.
I'm gonna go.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Ricky.
go over to the one that Claudius or Naziros rather, the one that Naziros gave some hit points to. I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, and what does that do?
Essentially, it ends disease or condition afflicting that person. Can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
You see his muscles instantly relax as he starts gasping for air. He is horrified as he realizes what's happening, and his muscles become loose, and he starts to kind of scoot away from all of you guys. And he says, "You gotta get out of here. I know who you are, but right now I don't care. It's not safe."
Who
One
did
attack.
this to you? Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I haven't seen anything like this before. It was clearly one of the fiends that have been plaguing the city, but this was something new, something large. I think it thought it killed me.
It came out of nowhere. How did you not see this?
We were on the outside of the walls. Two of them busted down the walls like it was nothing to them.
So you know there's two. Can you describe this thing?
It walked on four legs like a beast. Its tail, it stung me with its tail. And that's when I fell and I couldn't move anymore. I was buried under the rubble. My partner clearly didn't make it.
Did you see what direction it went in?
North.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Where we're going.
Anything else that you may have perhaps forgotten?
He says, Lord Remington, he
You know where
withdrew
we could get some horses, bud?
horses. There's stables on the east end of the city. I mean, there's farms around. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. There's farms around.
Okay, I'm gonna smack him on the ass and start walking away. Good lad.
Listen, tell your friends that we're not the bad guys. And that Remington, I would not follow things he said.
I mean, you've healed me and saved my life. I don't know what I could do to repay you.
Yeah, we're on our way.
When the time comes, you may find a way to repay us. Just remember, we're not the evil ones here.
So I turn to the guard. I say, "What's your name?" My son?"
Franklin.
Franklin. You said this being stung you. He
Yeah.
stung you with his tail.
Yeah.
It
happened so fast. Me and George were guarding the gates. We were understaffed. Remington pulled all of our men away yesterday.
Mhm.
And then out of nowhere, the gates came down crashing on top of us. And these two beasts came out running. And on their way out, they stung me and George. But it looks like he didn't make it.
They came out of Root Town.
Yes.
Were they furry beasts? Were they insect-like? Were they dragon-like?
From what I could see, it happened so fast and they moved so quickly, but they almost looked like dogs.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. Well, you get yourself to safety, and like our friend here said, I wouldn't trust Remington if I were you. I would rethink your position.
He says, as far as I know, the rest of the guard might think I'm dead. I might go and retire somewhere quiet.
Might not be a bad choice.
Yeah, you should do that.
Start a new life, Franklin. I'll pray for you.
I appreciate that.
I will.
To
as
Fen.
well. To Fen.
You just remember the name
To the
Gyoza
old
Potlicker,
gods.
bud.
I missed that, Neil.
Fen be with you.
You just remember the name Gyoza Potlicker, bud. Say the day again.
I will. You and your people saved my life.
You're goddamn right. Now get on your way, and I'd smack him on the ass.
we're gonna keep continuing north.
Yeah. Let's move.
Yeah.
Move on.
Clearly, this thing or these things move with great force and with great speed.
And watch out for that tail.
Yeah, watch out for that fucking tail. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough ride getting up to this place.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? You're heading north?
We're following
trying
the
to-
river, right?
Go to one of these farms.
Okay. So show me how you guys are traveling up. Oh, we lost somebody.
Lost Taylor. I think we're gonna go up the river like
this?
Andy said, and go up towards like this little area up here.
Okay. So as you are approaching in this direction, you do see that there are paladins that are kind of outside of the gates, searching. Like they're on alert. Their district was attacked. Their prisoners were stolen. They were attacked from, a gate, and their towers were attacked. Like they're on high alert right now.
Can we try to make a wide berth around them so they don't see us? Maybe across the river?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you guys see the paladins kind of like making their rounds up around the gates here, you guys take a wide berth around and to the west and try to avoid the gaze of the paladins.
From that distance, can we
well,
see
what,
any
like-
horses on the fields?
These fields appear to be cleared out. These were crop fields, but with the fall happening, beginning, like it looks as if the harvest has been brought in, and now they seem to be empty fields.
Not much coverage.
Is there any farms like around here still, or?
There's farmland and stuff. They're mostly harvested and empty fields.
Right, but I mean like farms themselves. Is there any buildings or anything? Or?
Yeah, totally there is.
There was a stable up here, wasn't there?
I think our stable was on the other side of the city.
It was on the.
Yeah.
I know there was
Yeah.
stables, but is there any stables at all up here, or no?
So there is stables outside of Paladin Square. They are they're where the paladins kind of like keep their horses. There's a lot of mounted paladins. Naziros would remember. There are stables outside of Paladin Square that are basically paladin mounts run by paladins.
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, they're not going to be unguarded.
No, I don't want to fight more paladins today.
No, we're just going to raise more alarms because that side is definitely guarded.
Not to save.
I mean, if anyone could pull it off, it'd be us.
Well,
How-
I mean, should I? Okay, let's look at this here. Can we all fit in a wagon?
There's 6 of you.
many
2
people
of
are taking
you, or there's 7 of you because you have Olivia as well. So 2 of you in the front, and
Yeah,
5 of you
I
in the
can drive.
back. Yeah, you probably could.
Well,
Have to be a big ass wagon.
It would be a tight ride.
I'm
Could do
still in my
two-way.
paladin gear. I could maybe try to just myself try to just. Nobody else has paladin equipment, right? Like it was just. Or Ginky, did you steal some paladin
You're
gear?
in, I think you're in city guard
Shield.
gear
I
now.
think that's it.
Sorry, what was that? Say again.
I think you're in city guard gear. You took the plate armor off the city guard.
No, I took paladin plate armor.
Hmm.
Like I'm able to disguise myself as a paladin. That's why I got in to speak to my old
Yeah,
friend.
he
Did
got
that
it
earlier.
out of the catacombs from the fallen paladins that you guys killed.
Right.
Well, on the zeros, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, if you want to commandeer one, I do have good stealth. I could follow somewhat at a distance. We could try to get 2 wagons.
Well, I mean, if
you
we can
guys
fit,
have land
if we can
vehicles?
fit in one wagon, I mean,
Okay.
it's gonna be security's gonna be pretty tight, but possibly I could actually, just commandeer a wagon without having to do anything illegally. Keep everything quiet.
Can I send I'm gonna send Seabiscuit over.
That's
And
Hey,
check
Steve,
it out.
listen.
How many
Steve,
how many paladins we got watching these horses? Is there a wagon? All the
Yeah.
essential questions we need answered.
You have Seabiscuit again?
Yeah, I did it last night.
Oh, right.
It takes an hour, so I did it last night. He would have brought Seabiscuit back.
Pat. As Seabiscuit flies over Paladin Square and you're warging into the bird, you see that there as Seabiscuit flies over the walls to this end of the district here, it's quite a buzz inside. They seem to be organizing and getting into troops, and as Seabiscuit flies north to the farms and the Paladin horse stables over here, you see that there's quite a bit of paladins that are mounting up and getting mounted and getting their tack and all of that kind of ready. That it seems like there's about to be quite a few mounted paladins.
Inkling as to which direction they're hiding, or are they just kind of? I assume because they're at the north gate, they're headed north.
It actually looks that as Seabiscuit flies over, it actually looks that quite a few of them are preparing to go south into Root Town.
I think they're going to go do the bombing of Root Town right now.
Okay.
It looks like they're taking most of the horses. I don't know if you guys want to risk going in there, try to find it, or we just continue on to Prim. It'll take a little bit longer, but the time we're going to spend trying to sneak in to get horses, sneak out, it's going to be probably around the same time.
How much time does it take us to walk to Prim?
So it was a day's journey in the wagon, in the carriage. Probably be, it's morning right now. You could probably get there by tomorrow morning if you walked.
So what? So when you say a day's journey, do you mean 12 hours by horse, 24 on foot?
Something like that, yeah.
As in walking through the night.
Yeah, I thought it was 8. I thought it was 8 hours.
Maybe it was. Did you take notes? 8 hours by horse and 16 hours on foot.
Notes on there.
I think Gio's is right. It was 8 hours by carriage.
That's
Did
right.
You guys
I skipped. I tuned my cloak on the way back.
That's right. Yeah. So 16 hours on foot, 8 hours by horse.
Oh, I
You
got
guys, you guys got some good insoles.
I suppose so.
Olivia,
I can always hop on the back of this lizard foot.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find something along the way.
Actually, I kind of want Gyoza to play for us as we go. So I'm going to take 10 minutes and cast my floating
Magic.
disc.
I was actually just gonna say something too. Yeah, go on.
And it follows behind me by 20 feet. And Gyoza, you want to jump on that disc and play us a song as we go?
Yes, my boy! And I'm gonna smack him on the ass.
It's funny that you did that. I didn't know you had that spell because I was about to do the exact same thing. Olivia was about to do the exact same thing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I turn to these guys. I mean, is stealth not the kind of the main issue here? We're gonna have this guy's trailing behind us, playing or battling on.
Well, as we go on, we.
I'm not sure. I think I'm with Gliza on this one. I don't know if this.
Well, we're leaving the city behind us. We're on the road.
Yeah, perhaps when we're a little bit further down the road, we can do this, but not
Gyoza, just hold off playing for 10 minutes.
We'll tell you when. We'll tell you when, bud.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
No one tells Gyoza what to do.
For the sake of timeliness, should we like appoint a mission leader for today? Like a trip leader, I guess, until we get to Prim.
Party leader.
You're the guy, Barris.
No, not.
I like Barris.
I was gonna suggest Gliza. Keep us focused.
Yeah, I mean, I don't take
What's
the.
his charisma? I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say
That's
he's a
a
fucking
good question.
dwarf.
Naziros is actually quite familiar with the smaller communities
Rodent
out
Friends.
around Asfumaran,
That's right.
specifically
Right. Okay.
Prim.
Cool.
Yeah.
He could give me Naziros could give me a survival check with advantage.
Let's do this. I don't have a good record of rolling.
You gotta update your roll 20. Okay. You got the old
With
version.
I never
advantage.
roll 20. I don't.
Oh!
Needless to say.
Oh,
Nice.
Woo.
Hey,
sorry.
look at that!
Hey,
Two
triple.
23s!
Nice. Okay, so Naziros, as you guys have kind of abandoned your plan to gather your horses, and act more, go on foot stealthily and follow the Black Creek up, Naziros is able to kind of take you on a few shortcuts off the road, to cut down on some time. The first thing you guys encounter as you because you guys darted away and to the west away from Paladin Square and chose to follow Black Creek up, you guys eventually come on a site that seems to be quite an old incident. You found a overturned wagon with barrels overturned, and bodies of a few dwarfs in the Black Creek. These so this is the first thing you guys see when you come across the scene.
Do I see the name of the brewery across the barrels?
Yeah.
Sick. Boys, we
It's-
got some beer.
woo!
You find
Yeah.
Hobard's Hophammer Ale,
Yeah.
4 large kegs of the stuff. Less appealing are the 3 dead dwarfs in the river, covered in red crystal.
I'm. Oh, and red crystal. I'm.
And keep in mind, this is upstream in Black Creek.
This is what caused everything.
Okay. Upon seeing my dead and like afflicted kin, I'm going to become a little despondent and walk to the edge of the water and just put my head down and say a little prayer to myself over top of these 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
These are-
whisper to Gyoza. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. That's fine.
I'll whisper to Gyoza to get off the disc and help me load on the barrels.
Will do, bud.
Olivia also offers her disc as well to carry some barrels if need be. So Gliza, standing over these dwarfs, these are mountain dwarfs from Thrall. They appear to be dead for quite some time. They are some of the lucky infected that did not explode on their demise and instead have fallen rotting into Black Creek.
Okay.
I'm going to, considering I'm immune from this anyway, I'm going to haul their bodies out of the water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Me and you both in this, heroes.
And I'm going to use my greatsword to hack down some dead trees and build a pyre.
Mm,
Yeah, me as well. I
Cool.
can help you.
cool.
How long does
How
this
far away
take?
from the city are we?
You guys are several hours walk through through the brush up Black Creek. When Olivia sees this site, she says, "I think this is what was poisoning the water supply."
Do you think?
Just,
Gross.
just these three?
It appears that they've been here for quite some time. The red crystals on their body too, Gliesa, have grown quite large.
Okay.
Yeah, and the water has been rushing over them for could be more than a month.
Okay. All right.
Let's very quickly before we put them on the pyre, just search them for
Right.
personal belongings to see if there's any indication as to who they are, where they came from exactly.
Yeah. Cool. So as you're going through their stuff, you find a lot of brewer supplies. You guys, if you want, you can take brewers' supplies from the wagon and from their personal belongings. They appear to be employees of Hobart's, perhaps
I'll take a set of
brewmasters
brewer supplies.
that were bringing their wares perhaps down to Asfumaran.
Hmm.
Perhaps
Okay.
meeting a boat in this location. It's unclear.
Okay.
How much?
Interesting.
How much is a keg worth?
I think you'd have to find out.
Oh, especially in
I feel
these
like
dry
I feel like right
times.
now it would be worth more than it was
Oh, absolutely.
in the past.
Stuff is rare black gold.
Yeah, and we're bringing it to a bunch of drunks in Prim, so it's gonna be great.
So Naziris, if you're all right with it, and these guys are piled on top of this pyre, I'd like to cast Sacred Flame and
Let's,
ignite this fire.
let us send them off and cleanse their earthly bodies.
Yeah.
Cool.
As I
yeah.
do that,
Yeah. Spending some time doing this. You guys eventually get the funeral pile going as the rest of you are getting the kegs up on the floating discs, and the dwarfs are sent back to the light.
All right. Well, it's too bad we didn't find them a long time ago, but all we can do now is continue on and try to stop this from spreading any further.
Yeah, we thought about doing that a long time ago, like 2 weeks ago. Do you guys remember that?
Nope.
Yeah. We've learned
I
a
don't
lot
remember
since
what I had
then,
for
haven't we?
breakfast.
A lot has happened in 2 weeks.
Olivia says, "If only you guys had followed that whim, it's possible that a lot of damage may not have happened if they were pulled out of the water earlier."
Olivia, it was
Yeah,
done.
shut up,
Well,
Olivia.
If only you
don't
didn't
worry about
steal the stuff. If only you didn't steal the notes for the Rat Kings. If the Rat Kings only didn't give the vaccines out and made the whole city explode.
Okay, Claudius.
If only. Let's go.
I'm gonna smack both
Claudius
Claudius
dropping
and
bombs.
Olivia on the ass and say, "Let's go."
She says, "I suppose you're right. There's no point in doing ifs." As you guys continue up the road, another 2 hours go by, and what you find is a more recent site. Now that you've dipped back onto the road, heading up to Prim, you find this appears to be a caravan that's been demolished on the road.
Do we see any bodies?
Yes. So there's a caravan destroyed on the road. The wagons are torn to pieces, and there's several horses on the road that appear to be killed and eaten. There's chunks out of their flesh.
Hoping you say alive and well.
The goods are spilled out on the road, and
Oh my.
the people appear to be merchants. They're torn to pieces. They appear to be merchants coming from Amble.
I'd like to search one of the merchants.
Yeah. So as you are, give me an investigation check. Okay. Yeah, so you're searching through the stuff. You find a lot of mundane items, mostly food goods, textiles, stuff like that. But as you turn over this merchant, this rotund individual in this yellow vest, you see that in the pocket of his vest, there's a rolled up piece of paper. And as you pull it out, it appears to be an inventory of the goods that were in the caravan. But as you're reading the inventory, something pops out to you. It says, small chest to be taken to the castle, to be inspected by Royal Councillor Gore. It is in Sir Hodge's possession. The box is not to be opened for any reason, underlined, under strict orders, punishable by death.
They have dumpling.
Do I
We
see
need to open
chest
that
nearby?
box.
Small chest. Don't open box.
Do we see? Okay, so Sir Hodge, eh? Do we see any paladins among the bodies?
As you're searching, these guys appear to be merchants. They're dressed in the fashions of Amble. So a lot of shirtless people with vests on, pointed caps. These are trademarks of the people of Amble. Quite fashionable there. Looking around, you guys can give me.
It's not like a bunch of wieners.
Can I see what killed them? Like, are there
Yeah.
tracks left, or are they like eviscerated? Like, are they like?
Yes.
Can I-
So as you're looking at them, they appear to have large scratches across their body. They've been shredded almost. Some of them are rigid, like rigor mortis has set into their body.
Oh, right.
The horses, they look like they've almost been like eaten by a predator. It's a horrific sight.
Can I do a
Right.
medicine check to see if there's any contaminants or any kind of poison in their system?
Yeah, for sure.
You see, yeah.
Yeah, so as you do your medicine check, Gleeza, one individual is rigid and stiff, though he is no longer alive, but his body seems to be in the same condition that the guard was in.
Okay, so he's paralyzed. Okay. Anything else?
Ooh.
Yeah, so we don't see that chest anywhere.
You guys can give me okay, well, as you guys are looking around, it appears that in the tree line, just to the east of you, the brush is like greatly disturbed, as if a horse or a wagon or something large was dragged quite haphazardly through the woods to the east.
Well, guys, do you want to go after that chest?
Yeah. So clearly, this is the same thing that did the same. That yeah. So that did the damage to the west gate there and asked for Moran.
Here's all right.
Should we hunt this thing down or continue with Prim on our current mission?
We should
Well, it
get
seems like getting that chest is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep it from Gore.
Don't say that name.
Whore. I said whore.
Ah, yes, correct.
Agoraphobia.
Whore.
So, okay,
Okay, well, I'm gonna start going off.
Gyoza, can you read that thing that you found about the chest?
Yeah, so
Or-
it says the small chest is to be taken to the castle to be inspected by Royal Councillor Gore. It is in Sir Hodge's possession. The box is not to be opened for any reason under strict orders, punishable by death.
Hodges? But
Sir-
none of us know this. Only Gyoza found this note, right?
Or who
Yeah,
found the
but
note?
I'm telling
It
you
was
guys.
Gyoza.
Yeah. Gyoza found the note.
Yeah, so I'm telling everybody, and then I say, hey, look over there. Look, there's probably
Mhm.
a fucking carriage over there. Maybe we can go look.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Gyoza. I think maybe we should get it, unless you think it's a trap.
I think we should do it, but I think that those of us that are more stealthy should perhaps try to circle around, while those of us that are, very likely to fail any stealth
Mhm.
check should maybe walk in directly.
Okay.
Like me.
Right, you are, Nazeros,
And
and
me.
I slap him on the ass.
And
and,
me.
All right,
Okay.
the Zeros.
I grabbed
dragon.
I grabbed Gyoza by the arm and I lift him into the air and say, "The next time you touch my ass, you're gonna lose one of these arms."
Oh no.
And then I flick him in the ball and pull him
Man,
down
huh?
from the ground.
I yell out in pain at the top of my lungs.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I volunteer to go in with Gyoza, and
I think we
Claudius,
just
I
failed
guess?
Eddie's stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and the Zeros are together for this one, that's for sure.
Dungeon Daddy, can you just quickly put on the map where are we around here?
Sorry, I'm not looking at the same thing. Sorry, what are you? Where are you?
He's getting
Okay, so we're here.
Is that? I just put that there. Is that more
Okay.
approximately where we are? Like right there.
Yeah, precise. More like up into the woods, up in this chunk here.
Okay.
Are we getting later into the day at this point?
Yes.
Like
Well-
night has set, or
No, night hasn't set yet. You guys have been traveling for about 8 hours at this point. You're about halfway to your destination in Prim. You guys left fairly early in the morning. Like probably, what do you think? Around after all of that chatter in the morning, like around 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We should probably stop to eat, and but if we want to set up a bit of a camp here, and then a few of us go off into the bush, see if we can find anything, use some stealth and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you guys think?
I'm fine with going checking for the. I don't know if I want to camp around all the death.
Yes.
Maybe move a little. Maybe we'll go see what's in this forest, and then move up a little, like another mile or so, and then call it for the night.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys are gonna move up a mile, and
We're gonna check the wagon track first, though.
like where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I
yeah,
guess,
so there's-
Varys and I are gonna do a stealth.
there's a clear track. Like this thing was not covering its tracks, as it appears to have drug a full horse through the brush and thicket of the woods. You find a trail of blood and broken foliage, branches, stuff like that. This would not be a difficult path to follow.
Oh, so it's not like close by.
So,
What's that?
The wagon's not close by. Like it goes off for a bit.
Which wagon?
Sorry, the wagon
The
track that goes
horse.
to the forest. Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's not a wagon track. It's
Oh.
I said it's something large, as if a horse or something like a wagon, like something large. Sorry, I realized that was probably confusing, but it appears that it has dragged off an entire horse
Oh, that's.
Through-
Oh.
through the woods. Yes.
Oh, I see. So this track is like a predator dragged something through the forest here.
Yes.
Oh. Do you guys want to do that?
Maybe. So wait, we definitely can't find this hidden chest anywhere. So do
Yeah.
we think that this mysterious beast made off of it for sure.
That's
It
the
might have.
assumption, right?
So should
Yeah,
we
might
fight
have.
the paralyzing demon dog?
There's 2 of them, remember?
Two
That we know
paralyzing
of.
dogs. I think we should go fight him. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm up for
let's
fighting
do
a
it.
demon dog. So let me clarify first. Any paralyzing agents that would be used by any kind of creature, would that fall under the classification of poison? Or disease?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think. Let me see.
Like you're talking about your paladin, you can't be poisoned or.
Paralyzed?
Well, no, I can be poisoned. I'm just curious what classification that would fall under.
I think I think paralyzation is its own thing. It's not necessarily
Yeah.
poison or. Oh, actually, yeah, no. So. Yeah, it is poison. Sorry, it is poison.
It is poison. Okay.
Yeah, for this particular. Sorry, I mean you wouldn't know that. I shouldn't say that, but you don't
Well,
know.
I mean that's
You don't know. You tricked me. I'm sorry. You tricked me. You don't know
Andy,
anything.
yeah.
Andy, metagaming again, is there?
You don't know anything.
How thick is the tree coverage here?
So thick.
So thick.
It's it appears to be fairly thick. There's a lot of undergrowth, ferns, boulders jutting out of the ground. You guys are in the short hills around Thrall here. So there's a lot of hills, a lot of rocks and boulders, stone faces coming out of the ground, a lot of incline and decline in the ground, a lot of downed large redwoods as well. It's there's a lot happening kind of in this part of the woods.
Hate to be a bummer, guys, but I gotta go
Oh, really? Why?
because I gotta be up at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
That's a
Oh.
good reason.
Yeah.
bad.
But you guys can keep playing. I don't care if you guys continue on.
Smack us on the ass before you leave.
Are you just offended because I flicked you in the nuts?
Well, I thought that my yelling out for that would have attracted that fucking creature, but but yeah, I gotta go, guys. Sorry.
Cool.
Damn.
That's all good.
All right,
Good
Neil.
job.
No
Have a good
problem.
night, Neil.
All right, peace, guys.
Good luck
Peace.
tomorrow.
Sleep tight, little bitch.
Yeah. Little bitch.
Love you, Neil.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Are we
Guys,
continuing on?
Did anyone see where Gyoza went? He seems to have vanished.
Ah, you know what? I think I smell ash and charcoal almost.
I smell dumpling.
I think that was Niceros farting.
I think he must have used his cloak and then gone back to the brothel.
You know he can only travel like 100 meters, right?
Really? Okay.
So are we playing on?
Yeah, I'm down if you guys are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
Okay.
I can go for like about an hour. Okay, quickly.
Through the forest. Do you guys want this chest, or do we continue to Prim in the main mission?
I honestly think we should just get Olivia to Prim first and then make our way towards the chest.
Sure. And like double back after.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be too
Okay.
far.
What was the note again? Like who was it addressed for? It was for the new governor.
It was for Sir Hodges. You know what? I mean, if we're there and we can like track this thing readily, then maybe we should use Olivia to her full potential. She seems pretty powerful.
Olivia, what do you think?
Olivia says, my personal opinion is I'm not a hero. I'm not trying to.
We know.
I'm not trying to get myself killed. Personally, I think I'm the best shot at getting this vaccine done with Edevird. I think that our best course of action is getting me to Prem. That freaking like hit me hard, dog. That was way harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Was it weed?
No. Just a vape pen.
Mentioned
Oh,
Daddy
yeah.
doesn't fuck with weed anymore.
No, I haven't for years.
You don't even fuck with vapes anymore.
No, I don't. This is a once in a blue moon kind of night.
Wow. How you feeling?
I feel good. That was my first one.
Very good. All right. Okay, guys, what do you think?
All right,
I'm-
I think we may have been distracted enough by this, but we have bigger problems than finding some random chest in the woods.
Then we have no idea what the contents are.
What do they
Yeah.
do in Amble? What are these like? What is the business from Amble? What I know.
So I'm gonna bring you back. Oh, you guys are on the wider map alone. So up in you see Amble up here?
Yeah.
So what you know about Amble is that there's a lot the rumors of Amble, rather, because I would doubt that you guys have ever been up that far, is that there's a lot of merchants in that area. They are firmly in the Empire's control. They're not a small village. They're a larger town. Yeah. Like what specifically do you want to know?
Like what comes out of Amble?
They do a lot of like tobacco, food goods, a lot of farming, stuff like that.
I want to move there.
Yeah, it was more of like I wanted to see, kind of like. I don't think there's anything in the chest. Like they don't make
Right.
like weapons there, or there's no like mage guild there, or like there could be something in this chest that is worth this trek through the forest.
Right.
But if it's meant for the governor, it probably is something big. But do we need?
I mean, I hate.
we
Yeah.
can just head to Prim and get this vaccine started, and then we can.
Did anyone do
Sorry.
like a survival check to see how far away this thing was, or like how long it had passed through this forest segment?
Nobody did. You guys did you guys looked through belongings. You looked for how people died. I mean, like
Is there
what?
Oh, essentially, what I was going to say is, I was doing like some form of check to see if there's any kind of indication how long it's been.
So what you know is that the guards told you that earlier that morning, something had busted through the gates.
Okay, so we're only a few hours behind.
Yeah, it's likely that it's within a few hours.
Okay. What do you guys think, man? I don't know. I think we could. I think we could probably take this thing, but you know.
I think we should go for it personally, but if you guys want to press on, that's cool.
I smoked that again. Thanks, bro. Got me in the zone now.
I am.
Fuck it, let's kill it.
Yeah, let's hunt that fucking shit down.
Should we roll a 50-50 coin or something? Leave it to chance.
I mean, I do see Naziros' point, or Gleeza's point, that it might make more sense to get to the Prim first, because, like, let's face it, this box probably isn't going anywhere. This chest.
I mean, they're both good points, but how far could this thing have dragged a horse through the woods potentially to
But
eat it?
If we lose Olivia, then all hope is lost for finding this cure.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, nah,
Yeah.
she's second Edibeard. She's more of an assistant. Isn't that right, Olivia?
But she's
No,
got
I think
she's
she's so...
yeah.
She says I'm a mage in my own right. He was my teacher, but obviously he hasn't made a vaccine yet.
Yeah, this motherfucker's blue. Don't listen to him. So.
Do we have a sense of how far we are from Prim?
You guys are about halfway there.
Okay. Fuck it.
Halfway? I mean, it looks like we're a lot further than halfway if we're right there.
You guys traveled about 8 hours.
Yeah, look how big that X is. We're so far. We're practically already there.
Guys, we're like right here.
They're like
Past it.
here.
Yeah, let's go to Prim, man. You know,
Alright,
yeah.
All right, you know what? Okay, let's go to Prim, but you know we're never gonna come back and find this chest.
100%. Let's just drop her off and peel back.
Okay, you guys decide to continue on your journey up to Prim. From this point on, you guys can give me another another survival check to get yourselves there.
You want all of us?
Naziros can
Yikes.
give me one with advantage
Oh, thank God!
I
because
give it
he
18.
knows the area quite well.
Whew, I just rolled a nat 1 for the
Yeah.
first one.
I would say I've only been up here once before.
Okay, so Gliza and Naziros, between the two of you, you guys have spent some time in the outer villages around Asfu Moran, and you're able to shave an hour off as you make your way up, and the rest of the way is fairly uneventful after crossing that last scene, as if perhaps you've left this menace in your tracks.
I like it.
Well, that's good news.
Very good news.
We made it to Prim. And before we go into Prim, if we are in fact just outside of it, does anybody know Edivard? I've never met this fella.
We've
he's
met him already as a group.
He's a dick.
Do you guys have any issues with him now that we don't have the little one with us?
I think we killed his dog. His robot dog.
Is there
We
any
fucked it up.
Did we kill it? I don't know if we ended up killing it.
Olivia
Yeah, he's
says, whatever problems you had with Edivard, I was his favorite pupil. I don't think you're gonna have those problems if I'm there.
Are you able to talk to him about giving me a book or two?
What kind of? I don't know what he has with him. What kind of books are you looking
He
for?
has a billion.
Romance novel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll take one romance, but
Do you have any Daniel Steele?
I'll take any magic books. Actually, that reminds me, Olivia.
Forget that, Alan.
Do you have any ritual spells in your book that I may copy?
Just give me a hot minute, and I will find out.
I feel like I'm in a Wes Anderson movie with this music.
Theo Fanny.
So, sorry, are we in Prim now then?
Yeah, you guys are on the outside of Prim. Sorry, I'm kind of dropping the ball here. I'm trying to do too many things at once.
I'd love to pass by Shelby's on the way through.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the first thing that you guys would come across. Shane, I will send you just the list of spells that she has.
Is she
If
willing
they're,
to let me copy?
if they're marked with a little R beside, does that mean they're ritual spells?
Yeah. Is she,
Okay.
she's a wizard, right?
Yeah, she's a yeah. If you ask her, yeah, she says she's a wizard, and yeah, she's a wizard with a level in rogue.
Okay. I just can only copy wizard ritual spells.
Okay.
There's only ones
Yeah.
in the
So for the ones marked with an R, she has floating disc.
Yeah.
She has comprehend languages, and that's it for ritual spells.
Olivia, do you mind if I copy this as we march along?
She says, "I'm not one to hold back knowledge from a fellow mage."
That's the nicest thing someone's ever said to me. I copy comprehend languages.
Cool.
I think it cost me 200 gold worth of paper and ink. No, 50.
Nice. This is nice. Look at the
Okay.
bird.
So you guys come up the road from Asfumaran. You've done this once before, and as you step out of the woods and into the clearing that is Prim, as the sun begins to set, you see the menacing image of Thrall to the north, looming over the forests. The birds fly overhead down south towards the coast, and immediately the smell of warm cooking reaches your nose from across the river from Shelby's place.
Oh, that smells good, guys. What is that place across the river? What is that wonderful smell?
Let's
It is
get
a
some stew.
lovely little inn. A lovely little inn run by lovely little people.
I'm afraid as much as I would love to have whatever that smell is, I think we should continue on and talk to Ediver as quick as possible.
I think we should stop in Shelby's place for a quick moment just to get a lay of the land. Things may have changed a lot since the last time we were here.
Okay. I trust your guidance, Naziros.
Naziros, what was the name of the man that we found in Burden Hollow? I believe he was the mayor of the town.
Yes, that was Benry Puffin, a good friend of mine. He was the mayor once upon a time.
Should we see if he made it back?
He was dead.
He was dead.
Which one we left? Who did we leave in the mine?
You guys sent Ruby back to town with some of the.
She was the daughter of the innkeeper at Shelby's.
Yeah.
Sorry, Seth. We sent her back with some of the
other halflings that were captured in the mines, along with Benry's pendant, mayoral pendant. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are heading to Shelby's?
Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys, you cross the bridge as the sun begins to set. It's quite peaceful in Prim, especially coming out of Root Town and the images that you have come across on the road to Root Town with the dead dwarfs in Black Creek and the torn up caravan on the road to Prim. Stepping into the cool moonlit clearing of Prim is quite calming and serene as you follow your noses to the smell of well-cooked meals to Shelby's place. And as you open up that door that you had done once before and enter into Shelby's place, you see this beautiful tavern, well crafted with well crafted wood tables and chairs, and the bar itself. Everything inside of the tavern looks like it was made by like master craftsmen. As you enter in, beautiful music reaches your ears. Some of the most beautiful music you've heard in a long time. As a halfling stands on stage with his lute and plays. This is somebody familiar to you. This
feels bad. This feels bad.
I love this guy.
I was disappointed when Neil said he was leaving. I was like, okay. As you descend the steps into Shelby's place, the atmosphere tonight is quite lively, as if like maybe a lot of people kind of came out to see this particular musician tonight. behind the bar is not Shelby at all. This is somebody else who strangely is familiar to you as well. Claudius specifically. Dumpling is behind the bar cleaning a glass, laughing with some of the customers at the bar.
I'm gonna yell at Dumpling and say, Dumpling! You came here. I didn't know you were coming here.
She says, "Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe that you're actually here. Where's Gyoza?"
He's dead.
Her face just falls.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. He told me to say that if I saw you.
Oh, he told me you were a funny one. He did. Oh, my heart, please. Just please come in. I apologize. I'm quite new to my position here. This is only my third night manning the restaurant by myself. But please come in.
How has Corbin been here a while?
Yeah. He got here not too long ago. He fled the city like a lot of people have. I think you'll find that Prim is a little busier than it usually is with the amount of people that have fled the city.
I'm gonna approach the bar. Would Shelby be in? Would Shelby be in tonight?
Shelby, she might be coming around, yeah, but she's taken up residence at the mayor's manor.
The mayor's manor. What about Ruby? Is she in?
Ruby, she's she's around too. She does check in on me, make sure that I'm doing all right here at her mom's place. But she's been working with that strange fellow, Edevird, they're calling him. He's working out of Humbleford Manor right now. Ruby's been doing a lot of work for him.
All right, thank you very much.
Dumpling, do you like this guy, Corbin? He's pretty good, eh?
Oh, he's quite nice. He's such a good musician too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, we love to hear that. Yeah.
Insight check. I want to see how much she likes him.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, sure. Give me an insight check.
I'm looking out for my boy here.
I'm gonna do one as well. I would love to do one.
Oh, I'm loving the private chats that are going on right now. I just have to say there are multiple private chats going on right now.
I got 24. Holy. No, that's not right. 15.
Right? I got 24, yeah.
Both Naziros, you can't tell really how she feels, but Lisa and Claudius, both of you get the impression that maybe she thinks he's cute, but she's not that interested. Like maybe her heart is somewhere else.
Damn.
Dumpling, I'll take. Is that her real name, or is that what Gyoza calls her?
No, he says dump ring.
Yes, he does say dump ring.
Yeah, she
Dumpling.
she says, yeah, my name. That's the name that my mother gave me.
The
Dumpling.
butthole.
I'll ask her, and I'll take a beer. I'll take a beer, Dumpling, and I'll send her 5 gold.
Wow.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
Let's take that beer to go.
Oh, it's to go.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more for being true to my guy.
Yeah, for sure. It takes her a little while to get it all kind of. It takes her like twice as long as like a usual
Server.
Tavern keeper would take. But after a while, she kind of like gets the beer filled up, and it's got like a thick layer of foam on top. And she passes it. She passes it over to you with a big smile. She says, "Man, this is a lot better than whoring."
Yeah.
Wait, better than what? Or
Whoring.
Working for Madame Home has its perks.
Yes.
But this has been a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Listening to music, talking to individuals and not having to touch their penises has been quite
Oh.
nice.
It's
They had
it's funny.
multiple
It's
penises?
funny. It's funny you mentioned that because earlier tonight when we got here, I was talking to Corbin, and he did ask if I know you. He said he was quite interested in you. So just throwing it out there. If you want to go talk to him,
Give me a deception check.
just,
Oh, please be high.
sorry, it's taking so long.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Not
all
a
good.
persuasion. Not a
Oh,
persuasion. Not a
she's-
persuasion.
She says, "No, this is you're lying to her." So
Well, remember my magic balls that I guess that's only persuasion. Yeah. Okay.
she says, "Oh, you almost got me. I mean, you guys got me once already. I should learn already. Of course, Gyoza has trickster friends."
yeah.
And besides Dumpling, Corbin worships some terrible gods.
Oh no!
And I'm gonna cast Prestidigation and put that same symbol we did that first night on his violin again.
What? What is that?
Wait,
What's the symbol?
Think of a dark god that's
Okay.
pretty much banned everywhere.
Okay, so you put a symbol across his lute that you've seen before. This is almost like a goat's skull. You've seen the symbol at the base of Noros's orb in Verdant Hollow. And
That's what it was. Oh shit! So good.
as it goes across his lute, the boos start to come out of the crowd as Corbin starts to look around, unsure of what's going on, because he was just playing a ripping tune, and people were really liking it.
Disease bringer! Disease bringer!
As he looks down at his lute, and then he looks over the crowd, and he says, "This has happened before!" And he recognizes you, Claudius. He says, "It's them! Don't believe the lies! Don't believe them! They've done this to me before! They tried to embarrass me! They tried to ruin my reputation!"
Oh, Corbin, you're just lucky Gyoza's not here to outplay you once again.
He says, "There's only one halfling minstrel that the people love to dance to, and it is I, Corbin Ziza."
And then I yell out, "Yeah, Ziza!" I'm loving this. I think it's hilarious, and I've got myself a drink at the bar, and I'm just watching it all unfold.
He takes the lute that has the symbol across it and he puts it down, and he says, "Now people, gather round. I've got a different style of music for you." And he brings out a little drum, which he begins to play, and he does a little minstrel story that's very rhythmic, and to the beat of the music, and he tells a old parable of Fen and his disciples to the beat of the music, and the people seem to love it. You do see a few glares in the audience come your way as Corbin kind of explains the situation, kind of glaring in your direction.
I'm fine with that.
All right, you know what? Naziros is going to cast Command on Corbin.
Oh shit. I was gonna say if we could come back to him another day, but yeah.
He's gonna cast Flatulence.
Corbin drops his drum and looks out into the audience with a very concerned look in his eye, and just turns wordlessly as he begins to walk away from the crowd, and the crowd is just kind of disappointedly moaning, just like, "Wait, what? Oh, come on,
wait,
come
wait,
back,
guys!
come
This,
back.
this is
What
my
is
favorite
this?
part. This is my favorite part.
Corbin, come back! And Corbin just walks off stage and into the back.
Disgraced.
The crowd is kind of pissed. You took
Oh,
away
no.
our music. You took away our entertainment.
That's what he gets for being a follower of Fen.
I turn to
And what's wrong with that, my friend?
Fen was a
Late
false
Lazarus.
god.
Oh no.
I disregard what Genki says, and I turn to Dumpling, and I say, "You say Shelby's been working with Edivir.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. They're quite secretive up in that manor.
Has she been there this whole time?"
This whole time. What do you mean?
I mean, has she shown up to work? Is she staying there hours of the night? What's she doing?
Well, she apparently before I got here, she was missing, and then she came back alive and well, and since that point on, she's been working with this mysterious man Edivir.
She seems strange. Has she been affected or anything? I mean, how well did you know Shelby before all this?
I didn't know Shelby. I've only met her a few times.
Okay. Interesting.
Just in the last few days. I've only been here for 3 days. She's come in once a day to check in on me on how I'm doing on the tavern. She seems quite nice.
Okay. Where are you taking up lodging?
Shelby lets me stay in one of the cabins out back.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder if there'd be room for us in case we need to stay.
Oh, absolutely. There's, you guys would remember that there are big person-sized cabins in the back that you guys stayed in last time. They're quite nice, little personal cabins in the back.
Okay. I turn to Claudius. Claudius, you've had your fun? Do you have your beer? There you
Yeah,
go.
just one more thing. I'm gonna cast Major Image, and I'm going to make Gyoza start playing a song on stage.
Cool. Yeah, he's up there and he's ripping it. What's he singing about?
It's one of the. It would be one of the songs I heard before. He has been writing songs about our adventures. So I'll write the one about
Very nice.
us saving Fen the child.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
You see you see Dumpling's eyes grow wide as she sees Dumpling, and she says, "It's like he's there, but he's not. You are tricksters. But this one, I don't mind so much." And she smiles as she watches and listens to Gyoza play, and she's the whole crowd is actually quite entranced with the story that he's telling. And as they listen to it, you feel their eyes kind of all land and settle on you, recognizing you to be perhaps the heroes that you are.
I'll take a bow, and at the end of the song, and then Gyoza will say, "And now I must go do the adventures that write my songs."
Mm.
And then he'll disappear. And like a puff
The
of smoke.
crowd erupts in clapping and hooting and hollering. Like, they loved that. Yeah, it's just uproarious applause and cheering inside of Shelby's place.
To the graveyard.
To the graveyard.
To the graveyard.
No, go to Humbleford Manor is where we need to go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Dumpling, just one more thing, and I apologize, you already said this, but you said something about a manor, and that's where...
Yeah, I like I said, I've only been here for 3 days, but what I've known is that Ruby is working out of Humbleford with this Edivir.
So...
He's made his name known. That's odd.
What do the people think of him here?
Most of the people seem to talk strangely on his name. They seem to avoid him. He's an anomaly in town.
When Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Gliza and Genki and just explain to them that, well, the last time we were here, Edevird was living beneath the cemetery, beneath the graveyard, and he was, a bit of a creep.
Bit of an outcast.
He was a bit wiry. It was clear that he had been living under a graveyard for quite some time.
So he
Cool.
seems to have
So-
kind of influenced some people since our last time here.
So this is news to me, and it could be worrisome. It could be good, but we'll just have to find out.
At this stage, I mean, I imagine he's more of like a neutral character in our experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's evil. He's a little unhinged. He's
Right.
unpredictable. And
He's a wizard.
yeah, I wouldn't say he's necessarily malicious, but not saying I'd trust him.
So Olivia's been kind of hanging back, and she says she's been listening to all of this, and she says, "If Edevird's in Humbleford Manor, I'm quite eager to see him. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
I would like to see him. Before you guys leave, Dumpling puts her small, cute, puffy halfling hand over your scaly dragonborn hand, Naziros, and she says, "Are you the hero that Shelby has told me about?"
I don't know if hero is the right word, but
Captain Hammer.
I do believe that what we are trying to do is save the most amount of people from the most amount of suffering.
She says, "Shelby told me about somebody who looks like you that might be coming through town. She said you come through occasionally, and she said that if I were ever to see you come into the tavern, to send you up to the mayor's manor."
Really, Shelby and I have been friends for many years, and frankly, there aren't too many Dragonborn around. So, thank you for passing on that message. I'm glad that you made it up here. I'm glad that you're safe. I haven't known you well, but Gyoza, despite our vast differences, is dear to me, and you are dear to him. So, it's good to see you're safe.
She says, "I do hope to see him soon."
I'm sure he'll be around. You can't get rid of him.
No, you can't. So,
Like herpes.
Here to stay.
Sorry. Sorry, Gyoza.
yeah, okay, so Olivia has kind of like her disc in the corner of the room. It's got
right.
2 kegs of the stuff on it, and she's like looking at you guys. She's like, "Was this your plan? Like, so are we like you're gonna drop this off here or what?"
Oh yeah, I got my disc here too. We need to talk
Shall
to
we,
Shelby to see how much we can get for this.
Should we try to sell this at this point in time, or should we make a name for ourselves among the people?
And drink it all.
Both.
I want everyone want this.
We'll give one disc away and sell the other.
Fellas?
I'm
Are
in.
we?
Sure.
I just
Drink
what,
no!
boys, what is our name? What do we call ourselves? We are
G-Unit?
we're
Gina.
fucking G Unit. We are G Unit.
the unit of G. Unit of G.
I'll have my disc float into the middle of the room to a table of halflings, and have the two kegs drop on the table and say, "Drinks on us."
You float the kegs over the table, drop the floating disc. The kegs come off of the disc and onto the table, knocking the legs underneath the table just
Yeah.
crashing it to the ground. The halflings jump out of the way in fright as the table just buckles under the weight of the two large heavy kegs. As they look at the branding on the keg, they say, it's Hubbard! It's Hubbard! It's Hophammer! Everybody! It's Hophammer! And the crowd once again goes friggin' nuts as they all like rush over to the barrels with large amounts of enthusiasm.
And I'm gonna say it's not even gonna cost you 50 cents either. It's all free.
Donations are accepted, but not required.
They start going crazy as more than one halfling pulls out a keg tap out of their own coat pocket.
I knew this town was drugs.
A couple of them look at each other before one of them just decides to settle on it and just starts hammering at it, and they're quite happy.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget, G-Unit.
This is probably the nicest thing we've ever done, guys.
Mhm.
Finally, a
Yeah.
selfless act.
We've
Yeah,
saved a lot of
I mean-
lives.
I mean, I saved
Yeah, that and like
We keep half
rescuing
them.
all the orphans.
But free
yeah,
beer,
this is
all right,
for
sure. Yeah.
We've saved so many lives
Yeah.
and condemned many others.
All right.
All right, I'm ready
Shall-
to go to Humbleford.
Should we, well, Nazir, should we go to the mayor's residence first? Or
Why
should we
don't
just get to Edgar?
so why
We
don't
split up.
why don't the rest of you go to Humbleford and I'll head to the mayor's manor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
do it.
Yeah. So you guys leave Shelby's place as the mugs start coming out. And the mugs start getting filled with ale, and the people are cheering as you go, shouting after you, G-Unit, G-Unit, the heroes of Asfu, the heroes of Asfu Moran. Oops, shit, lost my mouse. As you guys head out into the street, and
I'm
out
grabbing
into the
beer
dirt
for the
road,
road.
rather, the quiet of the night once again kind of envelops you as the moonlight shines down upon you, and you hear the crickets in the tall grass all around you in the serenity that is the clearing of Prim.
Time for pee break and drink refill.
Yeah, sure.
So,
So we're going to Humberford Manor?
yeah, Humbleford and Naziris is going to the mayor's
Manor. I want to know why.
Actually, in the interest of like not totally separating ourselves, should maybe Gleeza come with me to Mayor's Manor, and the rest of you head to Humbleford?
I'm, to be honest, I'm more interested in what Edivir has to say. I really have no concern over the mayor.
Okay, I mean, well, the mayor's dead, so.
Right.
Anyway, I'm gonna go to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Pee-pee.
A pee-pee.
A pee-pee. Edivir was like real. He was hidden in like a grave tomb, and told us not to tell anyone he was here. So it's very odd that he's putting his name out everywhere.
Well, I think we'll probably just discern what he's been up to. This is the first time meeting this fella, so I'm kind of curious as to his mannerisms and shit. But if he is, if we don't find him, we'll at least find Ruby, and then she'll be able to tell us more about where he is.
He's a real.
But didn't you guys? Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you guys like fuck him over? Hey, Megan, you're still up. You can't hear us. Never mind.
Oh, double hand. Yeah, he we kind of like. Well, we didn't mess him over. We were looking for him, and then a freaking dog attacked us. And
Yeah.
then we got, and then we. I don't know how we got in. We said something. Someone said something, and then he let us in. But he told me like I was dumb and stuff. Claudius doesn't like it.
Did you like steal shit from him and like take? Or no, he tried to attack him, right?
We did. Yeah, we did. We tried one thing, and then he just canceled our attack. He has counterspell, obviously.
Right.
I tried to steal a book, but he saw me doing it. Good night.
She says good night.
Good night, Megan. Say good
Oh,
night.
good night, Megan. Seth, are you in your new house?
No, I'm in the parents' basement here.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Cudney Homestead.
That's right.
You blowing pot smoke out of the old window wells?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna try to go sneak out of the
half
window wells
out,
again?
yeah. Standing on the bathroom.
Puking in the sink.
Yeah, if you're gonna puke in the sink and pass out, don't lock the bathroom door, alright, bud?
Bryce did get me fairly drunk last night. I had not been that drunk like in months and months and months.
Nice. What did you guys get up to?
We just hung out here, drank some wine, shot the shit. I was very nihilistic, having a existential crisis.
Hell yeah.
Drinking lots of wine. You know, the old standbys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the way it should be, man. That's the way it should be.
Every day.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better to do that with friends than alone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys heard that new Ludacris, by the way?
Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Is it good?
I've been listening to a lot of Run the Jewels in the last couple days.
Yeah.
RPJ4 is balling out.
Yeah.
When we
Man,
don't talk, we
like,
Kalishnikov, keep us in
he
your
is-
thoughts.
He is fucking channeling Ice Cube in this new stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. It's good. It's good. It's got me juiced, actually.
Yeah.
Is it a new album?
Yeah, Run the Jewels 4
Yeah.
it just came
I was
out.
gonna say, yeah, it must be 4.
It's
yeah.
great. Listen to Walking in the Snow, man.
Mm.
Cool. Dope. I'm in.
Yeah, it's super good. It's it's really good. Real nice.
Just waiting for B-Boy.
Renna loves it. Renna loves the first track when the with the kick drum that's just like she literally just goes like this. It's great. She loves it.
I
So
made.
Bryce, you pulled in
Oh, you can't hear us yet.
sorry, go ahead, Andy.
I was saying, I don't know if I made like a good or a bad decision the other day, but I went out and I got myself. It's been really hot lately, right? So I went out and got a box of wine, like
Hell
a
yeah.
4-liter box, and I've just been doing like starting this afternoon. It's just been sangria.
Yeah.
I got a thing of pineapple juice, and I got the box of wine. I'm just like pineapple juice, and then just fill up the rest with white
Wait,
wine.
pineapple
Pinot
juice
Grigio.
and wine?
Thank you.
Yeah,
What
pineapple
kind of
juice.
wine?
That's good.
Just a
White
Pinot
wine?
Grigio white.
Whoa,
Sounds
okay,
good.
okay. Oh, white wine. Okay,
Mm.
Yeah,
And-
not red. No.
okay.
It, occasionally maybe some frozen blueberries or some raspberries or something.
Nice.
Andy, are you at your new place?
Yeah. You remember Joel Cuthbert?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live with him now.
Oh, nice. Right on.
And Bronwyn?
Okay, so they actually split up like 2 months ago.
Oh, damn.
I mean, they're still working through it, but she has another place at the moment. So
Ah.
I'm renting this spare bedroom to try to keep the rent down a bit for Joel, and it's also cheaper than where I was living, and I got rent evicted anyway, so
And you got great internet.
it's fucking ridiculous here compared to where I was.
Well, that's all that matters.
It's like 200 times faster than where I was.
So you're just surfing that web.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the dark web,
Hell yeah.
the deep dark web.
Surfing that web.
Where did Bryce go, Seth?
I think he just went to the bathroom.
Oh, where was he the whole time?
He went outside.
Oh, okay. Okay. Should we just go ahead?
Yeah, we can go to Naziro's first if he's going by himself up to Shelby's.
Yeah, if I'm on my own, let's do it.
Yeah, so you guys follow the road here, and take a right up, following Dumpling's directions to Humbleford Manor. It's on the way to the mayor's manor, which was once Benry Puffin's homestead. Apparently now Shelby has taken up residence there. And Naziros comes to the door. There's a bit of firelight coming through the round windows in the front of the manor. It's the second largest manor in Prim besides Humbleford. And as you approach, Shelby is actually in a rocking chair on the front deck, smoking a little bit of a pipe as you approach up.
I'm gonna push my elven cloak back so she can see my dragonborn head approach.
She says,
Ooh.
Naziros, of course. I knew you'd be coming back any moment. Ever since Ruby came back. She said you saved her again.
Ruby made it, eh?
She did, yes.
I'm so
She's
glad
been
to hear
busy,
that.
actually.
Did she go to Edebeard? Has she been cured?
Cured? She was never sick.
That's good to hear. It was it's been hard to tell.
It's strange days these days. I hear news from the city, and it's quite grim. In fact, we've had an influx of people coming up from the city to take shelter in Prim. We're kind of bursting at the seams at the moment. I know my inn is fully occupied.
It does seem to be. We just came from there, actually.
Mm-hmm. She says, when Ruby returned, she told me about Benry's passing, and it broke our collective hearts in Prim here. We loved that man, and he was a good and fair leader of our people. And as you can see, I'm sitting here in the manor now myself. And after the village conferred and the council spoke, and we had a democratic vote, and they actually elected and voted me to be their mayor.
I can't think of anybody more deserving.
Thank you.
What has happened in the town since then?
Well, there was a lot of rumblings from the graveyard for quite some time about a strange being and strange creatures perhaps lurking in the graveyard. As you know, I know the last time I saw you, you were going to investigate it. I suspect that means that you knew exactly who it was.
We did, and we heard he's taken up residence in Humbleford Manor.
He has, along with my daughter, Ruby. Since she's been back, you know her, her spirit is near uncrushable. Since she's been back, she's dedicated herself to finding a way to stop the scourge that killed Benry and a number of the people that were taken to those godforsaken mines by those terrible people. And what she says is this is her best hope at affecting change, and doing that is by working on a cure. And that's what Edebeard says he's doing. So I've given him permission to hold up in Humbleford since that horrible thing happened in his lair.
Has there been any progress on a cure since then?
The science and the magic, that's a question for Edebeard himself. He's quite secretive with what he's working on. He keeps Ruby busy, though.
All right. So you think the best thing would just be to go to speak to him then to find out how he's been doing?
If you want to know the specifics, yeah, I would say so. I know what I've heard from Ruby is she's been quite excited with some of the stuff that they've discovered. But if you want specifics, then he might be the person to talk to, or Ruby.
Are people still disappearing from the roads around Prim?
No. The last ones that disappeared were Ruby and Benry when they went looking for the individuals. There was no stopping Ruby. She was hellbent on finding the other halflings that went disappearing, and you know Benry, he wouldn't let her go alone. No matter what I said to stop them, they were going to go and look. And that was the last time that I had seen them before Ruby came back, and I obviously haven't seen Benry since.
Well,
Rest his soul.
Perhaps I should go speak to them then. It's unless there's anything else I should know. It's been lovely to see you.
It's been lovely to see you too, and I'm glad. I'm glad that you're here. And I'm glad that you're alive and that you're safe. And thank you for your part in saving our people and saving Ruby and bringing her back again.
Likewise, and myself and my party will do everything in our power to keep you and your people safe.
I know.
Until next time.
She gives you a hug before you leave. The rest of you took the road north and around the bend to Humbleford Manor, around the lake in the center of the clearing. And you see a beautiful manor. I have a picture of it. I'm going to bring it up.
Bryce, where are you going?
Bruce,
Hey, go on, Brad.
To get a beer.
Oh.
Bruce Gunterston, where are you going?
Look at that. He's going
Um,
wireless.
Can I,
Look at that.
can I say one more thing to Shelby? Dungeon
Yeah,
Daddy?
of course. Yeah.
Please, sir.
Crib.
Shelby, things are not good in Asfumaran. If you be wary of paladins traveling from Asfumaran, there may be danger headed your way. Watch your borders and just be careful. Keep your people safe. We'll do everything we can to minimize the danger, but make sure you know what's going on within your own borders.
She says, I appreciate the warning. We haven't seen much of those folk around here. There's been talk of strange scouts. I assumed it was some military from the city poking their nose in our business. But they haven't talked to us directly, just slinking around town.
Yes, just be wary of strangers for the moment, especially the military coming from Asfumaran, and also just be a little wary of this Corbin fellow. He's a little sketchy himself.
Is he now?
He is. He's he plays some
His
sweet
reputation preceded him. He was, the people love him.
The people do seem to love him. I feel like he might. I don't know. He might be worshiping some very dangerous beings.
Dark tidings, but coming from you, I will take your word from it.
Keep safe.
That's a sick manor. I'd live
Yeah,
Beautiful. Seth, you did it yourself, eh?
I did. Yeah, hand drawn while I was at work today.
there.
Wait, really?
Wild. That's great.
No.
Yeah. And you also go by Stefan, eh?
Yes,
Yes,
that's right.
2017.
You even watermarked it
That's beautiful.
2014?
I did, yeah. Just to throw you guys off my track.
I love it.
Yeah, that's sweet. I'd live there for sure.
Yeah.
Real fixer-upper. I like that one random turn on the right.
That's where I'm gonna live. That's my place.
So coming around the bend, around the lake, in the center of Prim, there's a few manor houses around the lake, and this is the nicest one. This one has been abandoned for a long time, but as Naziris was just told, you guys don't know this yet, but when Edivir made himself known, Shelby gave him the keys to Humbleford Manor, which has been abandoned for quite some time. So you guys come down the road towards the manor, and the moon is now climbing in the sky as you approach the manor. The cool wind blows through the tall grass around you, and you can still kind of hear off in the distance across the lake the voices from the tavern carrying over the water, celebrating and in high spirits.
Okay. Yeah, I turn to Olivia and I say, "Have you been here before?"
No, I've
You've
never been to Prim.
You've never been to Prim. That's correct. Okay, well, stick with us and let's go and knock on the front door.
You guys cross the little bridge and make your way to the door and knock on the door. And a long moment passes. You knock again. And then finally the door creaks open and your eyes are drawn downward as a short little blonde halfling opens the door with rosy cheeks, her hair pulled back. She's got little goggles on her head and she's got soot on her face and a little lab vest on as if she's been hard at work, and her eyes drift upward as she sees you, and she says, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you at all."
Me?
Yes, yeah, it is Ruby. The ones that saved me. The heroes from Asfu Moran. Come, please, come in. And she opens the door and leads you into this manor. Clearly, most of the manor has been uncared for quite some time. That's not the focus of the manor right now. But what you see through lantern light further down into the next room is that there's a lab set up through these large French doors into this this nice, beautiful, outdated living room.
Ruby, my gem, where's Edivir?
Oh, the potion master. He's hard at work. He's quite brilliant. He's hard at work in the laboratory.
This way?
Yes,
Laboratory?
yes, of course.
I'll start walking that way.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, she leads you into the laboratory. You guys can all give me a perception check.
Sorry, am I actually with them or no at this point?
I think you're trailing behind at this point. This is kind of happening. You would catch up in probably 15 minutes or so.
Okay. All right.
Okay, who has been inside of Madame O's?
Madame O's what? Just kidding. I've gone inside with Gyoza, but I don't spend too much time in there. I usually wait outside.
I can't remember. I mean, would I have paid some visits there? I don't know.
I don't know. Did you? Do you think you have?
In my probably. I mean, yeah. I haven't in this time period that we've all been together.
Okay, you two can roll me with advantage.
I mean, Ginky is wealthy, right? Would he have spent time at?
Oh hell yeah!
Do you think he'd be spending time in the brothels and?
That's what
As a God-fearing man, I wouldn't go to such
Mm.
awful
no, I met him there actually.
Don't lie,
roll is
Barris.
better. Yeah.
What you saying, Barris?
No, I met him in a menage.
Menage, Barris, and
Okay,
Ginky.
fine. I've
Dumpling.
been to the Madame O's.
Our first rolls were all better. So we got a 13 and 11.
Cool. Okay. There is portraits all over the walls. Portraits of individuals that most likely are Humblefords, individuals that grew up in this manor, and this is their family home. And as you travel through, there's one that catches your eye. And as you look at it, it's a portrait of quite a young woman. And a little bell rings in your head when you remember that you've seen this face once before, a similar portrait, except perhaps maybe a little older, as a similar portrait hangs in Madame O's. Most likely an older version of the same halfling woman.
Dumpling?
It's not. It does not appear to look like Dumpling.
Could be Madame O herself.
Is Madame O a half?
She's a human woman.
Okay. This is the portrait is of a human woman?
No, the portrait is of a young halfling woman.
Oh, I see.
But it catches my eye that I've seen it at Madame O's.
Yes.
While this is all going on, Seth, I'm going to kind of look into the void, and I'm going to cast a spell at a 5th level.
Okay.
It's going to be a big happy birthday. It's going to be a big happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
And we all have to sing happy birthday to him.
I was about to say, you don't have a 5th level. We have a 5th level.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. This is great.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for spending it playing Dungeons and Dragons with me.
Yay! Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank
Speech.
you.
Speech.
I like turtles.
32.
Yeah, old. I so pale.
So, I think that's my favorite vine ever.
AL nap. I need an AL nap now.
I so pale.
I so pale. You're on.
So,
Well,
Does anybody have like a history recall in this portrait?
sorry, I don't know if this is a good time to call it, because I probably got to get going, but
What do you got going on?
Get a life, bro, or something? Jeez.
no, I gotta make my lunch and then go to work tomorrow.
Damn.
Because I'm essential.
it's all good. We can close it here.
Are you doing anything special for your birthday, Dungeon Daddy?
On Tuesday, I believe Andy
Happening now?
yeah, if you're up for it.
Okay, I wasn't sure because last time I talked to you, you were like, maybe?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I guess I forgot to. Yeah. If it happens, the plan is to do a socially distanced backyard projector movie with Andy and Kayla, and we're gonna watch Troll 2, baby.
Fuck yeah. You guys stream me in somehow? That'd be wicked.
Yeah, that's fun. We should join.
Get a laptop, Seth, and stream yourself.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can figure out a way to set that up properly.
Oh, it'll be easy.
Yeah. So we went through an entire session. You guys,
No combat.
Didn't
That's
say
great.
yeah, no combat.
No, that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
honestly,
fun.
I like these sessions where it's just the role playing, like, I don't know, switching it up and
I like it too, especially after like a really combat heavy 2 in a row.
yeah.
Right.
I felt like you guys deserve some downtime. I mean, I had some combats prepped for along the
Right.
way, but you guys chose to not go down that path, which I respect.
I got a dope ass ring.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got a dope ass ring and fuck Corbin.
Yeah, Claudius might get some books.
I better get
That's
some
right.
books.
And there's lots of info to learn in the next session with Edevierd and Olivia. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
What are people's schedules looking like the next week or so?
I'm open. I'm
Um,
good whenever.
I'm fairly open.
the next week should be fine. It's the week after. I might be. I don't know. It's my week.
I know
My week
Sorry,
off,
go
but we're busy. But
Neil said next weekend's a write-off for him.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's not capable. What about later in this week? Is anyone available then, or
Yeah.
All the time for me now.
Sorry,
What's
say that
that?
again.
So I'm available all the time now.
Nice.
Okay.
I moved over and I'm finished the one job I've had since the fucking beginning of March. So
wow?
Hmm.
But I guess it's more. I guess mainly the people here are Taylor, Seth, and Shane. Like, what are your schedules?
So for me, I'm only working 2 days a week. So I'm 5 days a week I'm available after 7, and then 2 days a week I'm available after 9.
Hmm.
I'm back to a daytime schedule now, so I get home like 5-ish, so I could definitely do 7, like on the dot kind of thing.
Which
I'll always
days?
already be Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll typically be home around 5 p.m. So
I know Saturdays are no go for Shane.
yeah, I'm Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Unfortunately now.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
there
free
was-
to midnight basically the rest of the week.
There
What
was
about-
talk of Ice Spire tomorrow if people were available.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what we
Okay.
said last week. I don't know if you guys are feeling that. I'm
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Ice
what's
Spire
Ice
tomorrow.
Spire?
Cool.
What is that?
Oh,
Oh.
that's Shane's game.
Yeah.
If you you're not. Always forget that you're not in the Facebook group. Shane put out a in the Facebook group. He's running a game. I think we've done 2 sessions so far. I'm playing, which is fun. I like to play. So
Rogan.
I'm sure that if you were up for it, I don't know. I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah,
definitely
there
a
you
game.
go.
I'm just trying to learn how to DM. But
So sorry, is Ice Spire like? Is it like D&D or is it like an actual? Like,
Oh,
do I have
it's
to download something or?
no,
what
it's D&D on here.
Exactly like this. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep,
Oh,
It is
okay.
D&D. It's one of the
Pre-mades, right?
pre-made. Yeah.
yeah. So it's an official D&D campaign.
Oh.
Unlike my slapped together.
Yeah, that's right.
To be honest,
Like, what the
I
fuck
think,
is this?
I
It's like
think this-
half-ass bullshit. Come on.
yeah, I think this is easier than trying to run like an actual like a written campaign. Because you can make stuff up like it's your own world. Like even thinking with Mirdath, like I was able to act fast with Mirdath with Ice Spire I have to look stuff up and
Yeah, Seth, this is easy.
This is so easy.
that's not what I meant. I meant
You may,
like,
you're just a natural.
in your brain you just kind of like if someone asks a question you're like, oh no, this person would think this way, where it's already written down in the book and it kind of conflicts if you do something different. And
Right.
If we could get both worlds to collide, that would be
Pretty amazing.
because well, we know like Rogan's from Lone.
Yeah, so Andy, my character is Grogan the Heart Eater, and he was a 20th level barbarian in the world of Lone, and he was cursed and sent through a portal into the Dungeons and Dragons world of the Forgotten Realms as a first level barbarian. That's my character.
So he's like super frustrated all the time, right?
Yes. Yes.
super.
He thinks he's way better than he is.
He's almost died a couple times.
You can deal me in next time then, I guess.
Yeah, I'll send you a link
Next-
if you want.
Next campaign.
Or next, yeah.
Or
or if you want to play
Next
tomorrow,
session?
dude, I'm
Yeah,
off tomorrow
make
too.
a character, man.
I'm off tomorrow. We can make a character if Shane's cool with that, or if Shane's off tomorrow, he can do it with you.
Yep.
Because you should definitely jump in on that if you're free. It's fun.
Yeah.
or whatever, man.
Yeah, it's
I
been,
finally
it's
have
been
free
crazy.
time again.
Hold on.
Also, get Facebook again so you can be in the meme chat for
Nope.
our campaign.
Yeah, there's lots of dumb pictures and vulgarity and just
Uh,
That's what I'm here on Discord for. Come on.
Thrills and spills.
Andy, if you go to that D&D Beyond website I just posted,
Oh yeah.
you can use my my races and classes if you want. To create
So
a
there's-
character.
I'm a human barbarian. There is a Genasi blood hunter,
That's me.
a half orc wizard, a half orc ranger, a dwarven druid, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, you got a lot to pick from if you want.
mhm.
Oh wow. As if like one of the sources I'm allowed to choose from is Rick and Morty content.
You can be a pickle Rick if you want.
Yeah. I don't have any of those. I mean, I would just pick those. You can also do Critical Role content.
Oh, could he be in one of the new races?
Yeah, I do have those. So-
There was 2 new races last week.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they're still making them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
hell
There's
yeah. Oh
the,
yeah, Wizards of the Coast is alive and well.
the Leonin, which I want to play so bad, and the Satyr. Satyr?
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
No way. Oh man.
yeah.
What do you mean? What are you saying, Taylor?
Oh no, like I want to play as a satyr.
I
or
do
What's
like
too.
the what's the stat here?
Do you know
Like
what
a-
Pan is?
a
It's
goat
like
man.
it's like a
Oh,
dude
like a
with,
goat,
with
a
yeah,
goat guy.
the
like a
top half
fawn,
is a
yeah.
human, the bottom
Yeah.
half is a goat. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that was,
Oh,
that
it's so
was,
much fun.
Yeah.
I was
And
part
then-
of my inspiration for Gristle, so like,
oh, sick.
fuck, I wish I had known.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
and,
Oh, you're
uh,
like a week late. Oh, no.
You were a week early.
That's
And
right.
Yeah.
the Leonin is like a bipedal like African lion.
Yeah.
So you could be like a big mane lion or like a lioness kind of thing, like on 2 feet.
Damn.
Pretty
They're
dope.
sweet, yeah. I have 32 characters made on my D&D
What?
Beyond. Yeah.
Do you have to pay for like the premium to get that
You
many?
do,
or-
yeah.
Yeah. That's the
got,
only
like,
way
all
for the
things in it.
campaign for people to use my stuff was the only way to do that. So
How much is it a year?
It's like $2.99 a month or something American.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
It's not too bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets cheaper if you buy it. I did the per year, so I just paid once and then it's done.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
36
the
bucks.
the Icespire Peaks campaign, if I'm speaking for myself, is very fun, Andy. We're just having a big old fucking
Yeah.
laugh. I'm
Yeah.
being a big dumb fucking idiot that's just
Yeah.
like tearing through like with a death
Hilarious.
wish.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
We're doing that in like in like the more like Oblivion, like creating a character that was just like stupid as hell, but
Yeah.
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 We had a wild tavern time a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
The
Uh,
second session was wild.
I can only speak for myself, but I was also quite drunk in real life. So the second time,
That was a good time.
when the Dungeon Daddy Shane was introducing it and was like, "You all wake up with hangovers," like. I wasn't acting when I was like, I have no idea what the fuck happened.
I do like it a lot because from my point of view, it's a lot more lighthearted than like some of the themes and topics that we're doing in this campaign. So it feels like a little more just like a bit of like fresh air to just like have fun and tear around and
You're right.
not so fucking depressing.
It's so heavy, you know.
Yeah, I feel bad a lot of the time. I'm like writing this shit. I'm like, oh god, should I like inflict my own depression on all my friends or should
No.
I was,
man, I love the fact that we're in like this like ridiculous this ridiculous storyline that we've been playing for like how many hours have we been working through this campaign now?
Oh boy, I don't want to think
Well,
about that.
this is session 19, right?
This is 17.
17.
This is 17. Yeah.
I would say the average is like 4 hours, maybe 4.5,
Yeah.
because the first couple sessions were at least 6 to 8.
They were
I'm
long.
pretty sure we did like an 8-hour session the first night.
So
The
that's
first,
that's a,
the
that's
first
second
weekend,
Yeah.
it's
the
about
first
70
weekend that we
hours.
played this, we played 25 hours in the first weekend that we
Yeah,
played
and that was 3 or 4 sessions we did.
Yeah, we did 25 hours in 3 days.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
guys.
We love D&D.
No.
What's wrong with that?
It's not depressing. This is so much better than real life right
This is
now.
so great.
Yeah, I know.
I'll
agree
just
with
be
that.
honest. Like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, this has been pulling me through, so I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah, this is huge. Yeah.
All right.
Happy
I'm
birthday,
running
buddy.
out. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
birthday to our dungeon daddy.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
We'll see you in a week.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to that, man. It's been too long.
So you guys are going down to Cambridge?
Yeah, we're gonna go down.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
know where we're gonna stay yet, because I guess my sister's a little nervous with us staying at her place, so
Hmm.
I might stay at my
I mean-
parents. But
You could probably stay in our basement.
your parents okay with that?
I'll ask them. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
fine, but I'll ask them.
I'll camp in the backyard. Woo!
Worst case scenario, you're free to stay at our place in Guelph. But
We're gonna go off to- yeah.
But you guys can do some serious
Also,
D&D.
Bryce is down in the basement. Kayla's been over. We've been
Bryce,
pretty
yeah.
responsible, but like
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we're fine with her neighbors have been kind of questioning her because my sister's had our family over a couple times. Oh my god, that was weird. And I guess they've been kind of
Hmm.
throwing her shade a bit.
oh really?
Yeah.
No, that's too bad.
yeah.
Bryce, you gonna crash there today, like the next couple days?
No, I'm gonna. I'm borrowing my parents' car actually and drive
Ooh.
back to Innerkip tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Where's that? Interkip.
Yeah. It's like a half an hour out of town. It's like I don't know. It's the middle of nowhere. It's the sticks.
Is it close to Tecumseth? Remember
Is
that?
that a real place?
What?
I believe it's Tecumseh, but
Tecumseh.
yeah, you could call it Tecumseth as well.
Yeah,
Tecumseh.
it's right in the middle of that.
I'm gonna add that town to my game.
That was the joke. I guess. It said Tecumseth.
To come on, Seth.
Tecumseth.
To come on, Seth.
Gross.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, I was just hanging out with Che today, Seth, and he wants.
Oh,
to,
were you?
He wants to play if you guys are down at some point.
Oh, dude.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I will
Yeah.
drop everything to play
No,
one of Chase games.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know if he would be a DM though. I think he would
Oh,
just,
okay.
he'd want to be a player.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
I
do
would
this
do a
one.
one shot
All
for
right.
Jay for sure.
I can't do this song.
Good night, boys. Love y'all. We'll talk
Bye,
to you.
guys.
Night, JJ.
Hey, Shane, I'll see you tomorrow.
Love you guys.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
If
bye.
if Che wants to do a one shot or something like that, I don't know if I could do more than a 7-person party. It's kind of a lot.
Right.
Like I'm fine with it. This is awesome. I
Yeah,
don't think I could do 8 though.
No,
But
no, no.
The combat would
Yeah.
be long.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
even role play is quite long
Yeah.
with 7 players because it's like,
It
okay, what
is.
do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
But if Che wants to do a one shot,
Yeah.
I'd
As in
be,
like an Ice Pyre-esque thing, or
yeah, I'd probably do. Honestly, I'd probably do another homebrew session in Lone
right?
with if some people are up for it, and do something with Che.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stick.
I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for you, of course. But yeah, it was just something in passing. He's just been like at the start of this quarantine, he did I think he was doing 7 sessions or something like camping.
Whoa.
So he was doing, and then he just took a break from it for the last month or two. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to start getting back into it.
After a month, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I'm on that tip with Che. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing like 3 myself right now, and it feels like a lot. But that being said, Che is my Dungeons and Dragons mother, and he's like my drag mother, uh, and I owe him whatever he wants to do for D&D. So I will 100%, without not even hesitating, do something for Che and whoever wants to do it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll let him know. We'll figure something out. Obviously, no pressure either way, but yeah, we'll figure something out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, no, I would be honored to host Che.
Dope. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that was great.
Yeah.
Excited for next session. What do you want? Aim for next Monday or something? Or Sunday, I guess.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Like I said, I'm down. I'm pretty flexible. Just depends. Most days after 7, some days after 9.
Nice.
See you guys.
Okay. Sweet. Let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sounds
I'll
good.
say goodbye for now, and I'll see you guys later. Let's see if Discord connects me. Bye-bye.
Bye. Look.
Bye
Okay, you
bye.
got me a painting light with a magnifying glass.
Sick. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Painting my minis.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Did you get that dragon I sent you yesterday?
Oh yeah, that was juicy. That was
Okay.
quite nice.
So
I
that
would love to see some higher definition photos of it, but it looked really nice.
that was where is it? There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
fuck
damn.
yeah.
So I haven't done the face or the bottom yet, but this is the paint from Citadel called Contrast Paint, and it's a one and done paint. So it's a paint and a shade in one,
Whoa, cool.
and it worked freaking great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh,
It looks
looks
like
really
it's been,
good.
like,
Yeah,
it looks like it's been base painted and like shadowed.
and then highlighted. Yeah, it's freaking
Yeah, it's
crazy.
amazing. Yeah, nice.
But now that I got set up down here, I'll get back into it.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. So my plan is like once we move into our place, I'm gonna set up my dungeon in the basement, and once the restrictions lift, I'm planning to do a bi-weekly table game,
Nice.
like when the restrictions lift. So I know obviously Bryce is gonna be back in Vancouver.